This is what they used to drag away Captain America's corpse after he died.
Oh yeah, they just hook it around the leg.
No, his head.
neck.
Then the head fell off, and I mean, because
I have used that to retrieve dead bodies from under houses.
You fish them out of the river.
And I hooked to one that was really dead one day, and I pulled it by the head, and the entire spine came out with the head, and the body stayed laying where it was.
Well, hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Video Games Podcast. A podcast where we hope not to go to jail, but talk about video-related games and game-related news. My name is Jimmy Gang, and I'm joined by Paul McBride.
I'm here now.
Mike Gibson.
Hi, hello, hi.
Forever special guest Seth Belgard.
Hey.
And joining us today, Nick Ash, or as he likes to be called today, Steve Rogers, rest in peace for some reason.
I do not like that at all.
It seems like Avengers spoilers, but I mean, who cares?
It's
Okay. By the time you hear this, it'll be January 3rd, 1945.
Yeah.
There's not even any argument from Jimmy anymore.
Correct.
Yeah. It used to be I'm gonna get back on it, and we're gonna get them out on time, and these real well thought out, and now it's just like
the intent was there.
He's in mourning over Steve Rogers.
Right.
I don't think Jimmy is. I mean, in celebration.
What's going on?
Bring Paul back. Give me
Paul,
back my Paul.
I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh
I
God!
love you guys so much.
So that's how this is gonna go.
I miss my boy.
This is a wonderful start.
My boy.
Boy.
Wait.
Boy.
I know what controllers are. I'm just reading this now.
What?
What?
What is happening?
Someone wrote something funny in the doc. Oh, now it's gone, so no one will ever know.
Uh-oh.
Secrets.
You're not a doctor.
I'm gonna have to look at the changes in the document later.
Don't look at the changes in the document later.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
Yep. I need to close the door.
Uh-oh. Blink twice if you are safe. Blink 3 times if you're being invaded.
Mike, you can't see him to know if he's blinking.
Shit.
Jimmy doesn't know that he can't see him.
I can't stand up.
Really?
I can't. Nope.
Can't feel you.
I can't feel anything.
Jimmy, just threaten them. I have a particular set of skills that works really well on animal, and I'm sure it'll transition to human.
Oh boy. What's happening right now?
I don't know. I think we're podcasting.
Maybe. I'm not even sure.
This is podcasting.
Now this is podcasting.
Oh boy. What's everyone up to? Besides video games, wow.
Somebody's a scuba diver.
I was blowing bubbles. Sorry.
Oh man.
You know you can't get me like this. I shouldn't be podcasting. I'm in no fit state. I drove home all by myself.
Oh my God! Please tell me that's not true.
It's not true.
Like
She
a
drove.
big-
You drove home with someone.
I drove. She
Right,
was
I was
in the
alone.
car with me. She was in the car with me.
Anyway,
actually, no. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish. We stopped at Wendy's.
I always
and
let
they're
you finish.
They were getting ready to close at Wendy's, and they said they made an extra chicken patty sandwich, and they didn't know why. So they asked if we wanted a free spicy chicken sandwich. I said, "Yeah, I do," and they gave it to us. That's all.
Wait, why were they about to close?
10 o'clock.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Ours is 2 a.m. or later.
Right.
I haven't seen a Wendy's close before 1 in forever.
Well, this Wendy's is one that used to be right on a highway, but then they destroyed the on-ramp and off-ramp for the highway, so it's
Yep.
real hard to get to.
Yep.
It's called the Wendy's of the Dead.
What Wendy's is this? And
It's a NERC.
okay.
Member party, technician, NERC.
No, I don't. I mean, you may have told me, but the other people weren't aware.
Oh, okay. Yes. Anyways, yeah, it's a Wendy's that closes early. They don't do a whole lot of business. It's very sad.
They close
I gotta-
early. They make extra chicken sandwiches.
They do. They had an extra spicy chicken, and they were like, "Hey, did you get a Frosty?" And we're like, "No." And they're like, "Do you want one?" And then Jen went, "No," before I could be like, "Yeah, I do."
Why? What?
I know, free Frosty.
You got frost blocked.
Why
It's
would
got
you
the- I know,
refuse
worst way.
Frost blocked.
Frostpunk?
It was pretty good. Yeah, no, I totally did. It was sucked.
You're not one of those horrible people that dips their French fries in ice cream, are you?
No, and it's
Yes.
not ice cream. People dip them in Frosties.
Yeah,
People
only in
dip
Frosties.
people dip the old French fries in Frosties.
Now they
They
just
do
dip
it
chicken
now.
sandwiches.
Oh God, we're not going to get on this whole old French fry versus new
Listen,
French fry thing.
Wendy's
First of all,
ruined.
Wendy's new
ruined
French fries are
everything.
horrible.
they're not new. It's been like 10 fucking years.
Still new to me,
You
damn
need,
it.
you need to get over it. It's
No,
done. It's over.
Never.
No,
Get that sea
they
salt,
taste
dog.
like cardboard. The salt's not the problem; it's the cardboard they're putting it on.
Y'all are crazy.
The new fries suck.
I had I had Five Guys for lunch too. It's been a good day.
Oh, did you now?
Yeah, Five Guys. Only better than Five Guys at 6 of them. Am I right?
Never
What's up?
alone when I've got Five Guys.
Oh, forever alone at Five Guys.
Yeah, story of my
Aw.
fucking life. Anyway, Nick.
Games.
What?
Games.
Nick,
Hello.
introduce yourself.
I am Nick. I don't.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay. Good. Good talk.
Okay, go ahead.
So video games. We played them. You might have. I don't know. Nick,
What? Yes. Hello.
have you been playing anything recently?
I am playing older
trying to get
games.
this fucking thing back on the rails.
I am not playing new games. I have not played God of War. I think the most recent game I played was Ratchet and Clank because it was a free game.
Okay.
How is?
It's fairly fun but quick.
That was a PS Plus
Oh.
game for last month, right?
Yes,
That and
and
Bloodborne.
I've been playing Bloodborne too, but that
You got Bloodborne too?
Electric Boogaloo.
Man, I
That's
had
all you
everyone.
need.
Rumor. That's a rumor whispered
Wow.
Whispered in the halls.
in the
of
hallways of
bathroom.
Sony. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the yeah. You're stupid.
Thanks.
Well, how is Ratchet and Clank? I have not played it.
It's fun. It's definitely worth the price of free.
High praise.
I mean, can't really. No, it's just short. It's not.
No, that's the movie tie-in, right?
I think
yes.
that's the new remake of the first one.
new
right?
re- I'm
Did you see
trying to
that?
actually platinum it, but whatever.
Did you play the original Ratchet and Clank?
No, I did not. That
Oh.
was
I have not played a single
thing.
one.
I was hoping to get some insight as to whether or not this was very different from the original. Thanks for that.
Did you see the movie?
no.
Oh,
I even forgot that there was a movie that came out.
God, why did we even bring you here?
I'm garbage. I don't
You
know.
jealous?
Like I play shitty old games that I get for free. So
times are tough.
Who's
Apparently.
hotter, Ratchet or Clank?
depends on what you're into.
Oh, I mean, he was asking your
The answer-
opinion.
Isn't the answer just
What?
is it not Clank? I'm sorry. I shouldn't
He
answer for
turns
you.
into-
I mean, I
a
believe beauty
spaceship,
is
so, yeah.
subjective, but
You would say that, wouldn't you?
yeah. I would.
Oh, oh.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think you just called him ugly.
Right?
Oh, okay. Then I
think
stand
so. Think so.
then yep, that's what I meant.
Okay. Well, good luck getting Captain America back.
up. Thanks.
Is that all you've been playing? Is Ratchet and Clank?
And Bloodborne, and that's it.
So tell me about Bloodborne. How far are you in Bloodborne? Have you killed the spider?
No,
Oh no. Have you?
I'm-
Has the sky changed?
no.
Has Thor
Oh
shown
God,
up?
I'm not far at all.
Are you having a good hunt?
It depends on what day and how many blood things I have before I die.
Are we talking
So
about
you-
Witcher now?
Yes.
Oh man, Witcher's so
You-
good.
Bad.
played
Worst game of that year.
Bloodborne? No, you played Dark Souls 3, right? But not the
Yes.
other two?
I started Dark Souls 2. Feel like I haven't gotten very far in it. But
Are you playing both at the same time?
that
That seems like the wrong way to play those games.
I've given up on Dark Souls 2 for now. I was more interested in Bloodborne when it came out, but then it came free, so that's my price point. So.
Okay. Well, nothing else?
No, nothing else. I'm boring.
Okay. Mike?
Hi, hello. Nice to meet you.
I think
You want to talk about video games?
we could talk about video games.
What if instead I derailed this train wreck even further and talked about the movie Rampage?
Sure.
Oh,
whatever.
oh.
Have you
Who
seen
gives a
it?
shit?
I've seen Rampage. Nick's seen Rampage. I've got several posters to give out.
Of course you do.
Rampage is a better movie than it has any right to be.
Really?
Rampage is a better mech movie, like better giant monster fighting movie than Pacific Rim 2 Uprising.
I mean, that I believe.
You know what? I will give you props for that because that is actually true. I support that actually.
Aye.
I much prefer Pacific Rim 1, but
For doing Butterfly?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I agree. Because in Pacific Rim 1, like the fight scenes were more dynamic. You've got the rain and shit, unlike 2 where everything's just in a nice bright room or whatever. But no, in Rampage, you just see the monsters a lot, which is not a thing that happens in Uprising.
I mean, you see them, you just not a whole lot.
Yeah, and the stupidest, they tease a sequel.
What?
Like, in the sense that, like, in the second Rampage game, they added a new character. He's a giant rat. And one of the plot lines throughout this film is the fact that they've got this rat in a cage that they're desperately trying to get out of the building.
Is there a song allegory to this? Anyway.
I'm deaf and don't listen to music.
Got it.
Sorry.
I am Groot.
Yeah. Oh, like from the Tree movies.
Tree movies, yep.
But no, I would say go see Rampage if you want to see a giant monkey punch the rock.
Okay.
But they're friends.
They do become friends in the end, and then they kiss.
I thought they were friends in the beginning.
I really thought he was talking about a monkey punching a rock.
Ooh,
and then
no.
it dawned on me who played in the movie.
Who's in that movie?
So, wow, slow on the pickup on that one.
Oops.
But enough about movies. We're not here to talk about movies.
I did see
We're here to talk about
Avengers.
video games.
Mm-hmm.
See, Paul knows the slogan. So, no, I played a video game. You might have heard of it. It's pretty big news.
Yeah.
It's called Battletech.
Oh.
It's
Not good?
curveball. No, Battletech's great. So this Battletech game, Battletech, if you are uninitiated just with the license, Battletech is a tabletop game from the 80s where you could customize your mechs and send them out to war, and it was hex-based, and you could have a whole slew of robots to fight, and it was great. And then, as people who listen to this podcast might know the game series a little bit better, if you piloted a Battletech or piloted one of the mechs, you were called a mech warrior, which was the name of the video games that spawned in the early 2000s from the franchise.
I played Mech Warrior, yeah.
I know about Mech Warrior.
Yeah. And so Battletech takes place in that same world, but instead of being a third-person shooter, it is a turn-based strategy game, not unlike an XCOM. Except instead of having soldiers that you can give guns to and pick perks for, you have pilots who you level up to give perks, and you have robots where you can say, I want 45 rocket launchers on this thing, please. No, I don't need any armor. That's fine. And I'm having a really good time with it. I'm very early in the game. I think the story is just about to start picking up. There's kind of the tutorialization for the like not combat part is kind of shitty. It's just several text boxes you have to click through, and that ended up eating some time when I was playing the other night. But It's scratching an itch for me that Mario vs. Rabbids did not. Which is cool. And
Interesting.
It's got all this weird, goofy, like, Battletech lore. So it's like, this dude disappeared in 2345. Who knows when he'll come back? And like, oh, you're in a lance, and there's a mech tech, and all this other weird shit. And the gameplay, like, the gameplay loop is still that, like, oh, you have to manage your heat, so don't fire weapons that are probably going to miss. Or if you do, at least stand in a lake because you cool down faster. Or like, hey, you can sensor lock somebody and just spam long-range missiles at them. But also, if you can shoot missiles, your mech has to be carrying the missiles somewhere on your chassis. And if that gets hit, the missiles might explode. And if the missiles explode, you're probably fucked. Because you have missiles next to your cockpit that just exploded.
Cockpit.
Speaking of cockpit, you might like this, Paul. The robots can melee. It's an option in this game. It's, I think, new. If you knock a robot down, you can just walk up to it and do a called shot on the cockpit to basically just snipe the pilot out of it and take the entire mech home as salvage.
Just like Steve Rogers.
R.I.P.
That is pretty cool. I do like that.
Yeah, see? I think you would like this game a lot. Because I know you were a fan of the XComs.
I was.
And this game is kind of scratching that same itch. At least for me.
A lot of itchiness going on.
A lot of itchiness going on with, the turn-based strategy games. They get you feeling real itchy because they're rough like
because they're not good.
Ooh, it depends. Is it a Final Fantasy game? Then yes.
Oh, Tactics? Yeah, Tactics was bad.
Yeah, Tactics, no, not so good. But if you're an 80-foot tall robot that can just stomp on tanks that think that they can fight you, it's pretty good.
I don't know why this is reminding me of this.
Yeah.
But have you guys seen anything about the that Frostpunk game?
I have heard of the Frostpunk, but I have not seen or played the Frostpunk.
So I watched the trailer because apparently it's selling like crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks kind of interesting. It's like a I didn't watch too much on it because I was trying to beat God of War last night. From what I could gather, it's a base expansion game / tower defense game, kind of. From what I could see, there was like this you're trying to build this last city on Earth that people can live in. I guess the story behind it is in the late 1800s, an ice age comes. And without a lot of technology to help combat that, they kind of have this kind of steampunkish solution to trying to save the last bit of humanity. So they build this very steampunkish city up north for some reason. Like, I don't know why that, like, if it's really cold, why go more north? But
yeah, it seems bad planning.
They put some emphasis on we all traveled north. I don't know. It seemed pretty dumb. But from what I've seen of it, it looked kind of interesting. I don't know what quite you're protecting yourselves from, whether it's other humans
Frostbite
or
Great Northern Polar Bear Army.
It's a survival strategy city builder.
Yes.
Those are like those are right up my alley.
Right. When I saw this, I figured you would be into it, Paul. It looks cool.
It kind of reminds me of Banished, only a lot more involved.
A little bit, but also
just the survival city builder aspect.
A lot more cold.
Yeah, a lot colder.
Yeah, it's like Banished but colder.
And the way you're expanding your city, it looks a lot different than Banished, too. But I don't know. Looks kind of interesting. I might check it out.
I just bought it.
Did you really?
I'm just waiting for it to download.
There it is.
Oh wow!
Got that Paul money.
Got that Paul money. I see how it is though. Didn't buy BattleTech. You're like, nah, fuck this stupid.
Jimmy had he had a strong case.
Yeah, it's like
of the game that I barely know about.
Yours is really itchy.
That is true. Well, you got it helps scratch that itch. It's like a good back scratcher.
But anyway, what else have you been playing, Mike?
I was gonna say, speaking of a good back scratcher, have you heard of Yakuza 6?
Segue.
Is that a game about drugs?
Back scratchers?
As of like the 15 to 30 minutes I got to put into this game before I started playing, the next big topic we're going to talk about.
Wait,
Foreshadowing.
What?
Foreshadowing. Whoa. It currently is a game about finding stray cats to shove into a cafe. And then
Sold.
also it's a game about going to a public library style area, like going to a weird building where I can jerk off in a cubicle as I chat with a model online.
Man, Yakuza's weird.
Yeah, Yakuza's weird. Because my adopted daughter's gone missing. So I've got to go find these cats.
Wait. What makes her adopted?
She doesn't have my DNA.
Why didn't you just give her your DNA?
She didn't ask for it.
Oh, she's asking for
Cosplay
it.
doesn't mean consent.
I know, right? No, man, don't make fun of my adopted daughter. She ruined her idol career because she admitted to being in love with a Yakuza dad.
I don't know. She ran away. It's kind of
And then
hard
she
not
did-
to
She did
shame
run away.
her. We have to
I
publicly
don't-
shame her.
I don't know that Yakuza Dad has so much weight to it when you're like hoarding cats and doing weird shit.
Wouldn't
like
it just be Yakuzad?
Yakuzad? I don't know. I feel like you will hear more from about you will have,
Well,
Try it again.
okay. Yes.
Wait.
You will hear more about Yakuza 6 from me on the next podcast.
Okay.
That's a video games guarantee. It'll
If it ever comes out.
never come out. Just like God of War.
Good game.
A
And
very
when it
good
does
game.
come out, I'll be the only one to listen
Great
to it,
game.
so
That's true. That's very true.
Some might say the greatest game named God of War.
Some might say the best game of
Some-
2018.
No, I don't feel that way.
as
Well,
of right now,
You
it
can
is.
leave.
Have you guys heard about this new hip game called Ratchet and Clank?
If you think about it, Ratchet and Clank is just Kratos and the boy.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure
Like
the boy is
functional.
more useful than Clank. But hey, whatever.
Clank can turn into a little helicopter and slow down your falls.
Yeah,
the
I
boy
know,
can't do
but
that.
Boy can't do
Doesn't
that.
Shoot things and like
Shoots
be
his
a
mouth
boy.
off.
Yeah.
guess.
No fucking joke. The fucking angst. Phew.
Oh boy,
There was
Wait,
a couple.
from
There was a
Clank
couple
or the
times where
boy?
that was getting a little
both.
old. And there's one point in the game where it seems like it wasn't really written too well how we went to this extreme so quickly.
Right. I
It was
kinda
kind of
liked that
jarring.
point. It was pretty jarring, but I kind of liked it from a gameplay perspective.
I mean, it's fine that it was there. I felt like maybe there should have been something in between to help us.
It was
get
definitely
here.
a hard swing.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're talking about.
No,
Yeah,
you don't.
You will. You will.
See, wait. So, Paul,
Um,
where are you in this game? Because the rest of us have beat it or never played it.
Okay. Well, I don't think that where I'm at would be spoilery.
I
for
don't
people.
think
I mean,
so.
should we highlight that ahead of time? Like, We're gonna be
where
talking
you're
about
at,
stuff?
I think is fine. There's not really a whole lot there yet.
it's another world, Jimmy. It's a whole
Okay.
other world.
Whatever.
This podcast is still a month away minimum. I don't think we have to worry about spoilers here.
It's not gonna be that bad.
There's the optimistic Jimmy again. I knew he would come back.
Until he gets sad again and he just doesn't do it. Anyway.
No, the witch just whatever. I'm in Alfheim. I'm not in Midgard anymore. I'm in another realm. I changed realms.
Wait, this game takes place in Midgard?
Wait,
Yeah.
there's a witch?
There's a witch. Actually, apparently not.
What's the witch's
apparently
name?
isn't a witch.
What's the witch's name?
Did she give me her name?
It depends. Did you have subtitles on?
I did have subtitles on.
It's there
Yeah.
apparently. I didn't see
No.
it, but
Is it
it's
really? I
apparently
didn't
there.
notice it. What's
Yeah.
her? Wait, what is? I know. Dustin already ruined it. So what's her name?
That is a spoiler, so I don't want to do that.
Straight up telling me what her name is.
Yeah, that is a spoiler.
Yeah, if you knew that she was actually Zeus, you'd be furious.
Right.
If you know anything about
She's actually that horse that Loki sleeps with to create Fenrir.
you mean Sleipnir?
I don't care what the
Fenrir's a
fuck.
dog.
Fenrir could be whatever he wants, man. It's Norse mythology.
Right.
Just play fast and loose.
We don't know what he,
Yeah.
So
Looks at himself.
But
You know.
it's loosely based off Thor Ragnarok.
No,
So
because
a
it's
really
not,
good movie?
It's not as good.
Is that what this? Because that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok's probably a little better.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's a
And
nice there's some
Like the
ghosts in
Hulk
there.
is like Kratos. Is that what I'm getting?
What are you? What?
I'd say the boy's more like Hulk.
Yeah,
Okay.
the boy is more like Hulk because both are both are bound to fits of panic and pouting.
And mood swings.
Yeah,
Whereas Kratos is just angry all the time.
right. It's just am I like sulking angry or am I shouting angry?
Right. Whereas the boy is like, oh, I'm nice. Oh, I'm mad at dad. Oh, I'm nice again. Oh, I'm mad at dad. He won't tell me the truth.
Fuck
Oh,
you, Dad.
man, why won't he tell me anything?
Are you gonna carry that thing forever, Dad?
Oh my god, that was really good.
I just might, boy.
The clips when fucking Kratos like fucking talks back to the boy being
Yes.
fucking piece of shit is so good.
So fucking good.
When the boy's like, "You only bring me to read stuff."
Yeah,
And he's like,
no
I
shit.
can read, boy, just not your language. Yeah, there's some really good dialogue. Well, do we want to just get into it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean,
No.
yes.
No?
Yes.
Okay.
Paul
Well,
God
has
of
to
War
catch
is
up
good.
real quick.
what?
Paul
Nick
has
should
to
play
catch
God
up
of
real
War.
quick.
Oh yeah,
I
Paul, go
will-
beat it. Can you go beat it real quick?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just.
So then we
change
can
my
just have a
monitor
spoiler
to-
cast. We just
Throw it on easy mode.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to throw it on easy mode.
I'm surprised you're not, to be honest.
Ugh, it's coming.
Like I say,
Oh, I'm
everybody
sure.
here played it on balanced, right? On
Oh
normal.
Yes.
yeah, totally.
I just put it on easy mode because I'm farming shit.
Mm. See, I know somebody who started this game on Give Me God of War.
Who?
What?
Yeah.
Do I know them?
And you know of them.
I don't know what that means.
You didn't want them at your party.
Okay.
They believe that
This also
the-
makes sense now.
they believe that the visual novel aspects of Persona are the worst parts.
Oh my god.
That
piece of shit.
Mm-hmm. I said, "Wow, really confident to just put it on Give Me God of War because you can't turn that down later." And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't want it to be easy. I wanted a real challenge." I was like, "All right."
How's it coming for him?
I think he just got to the lake. He said he had a fight that lasted, I
just
think, an
got to
hour.
the lake.
So that
Holy
that
shit.
that first fight with the big draugers was
20 hours
real
later?
hard. Yeah. But he also
Wow.
seems to be enjoying it. I don't think he's ever going to beat the game, but
Probably not. If he's having trouble at that point in the game.
Mhm.
Nope. I can think of a couple mobs and a certain boss monster that when he gets to it, it's game over.
Yep.
A certain
Yeah, the
bo-
Grand
what-
Master.
Wait, is there a boss you had trouble with, Seth?
There's 9 of them.
That's extra
But-
content. That's not
no.
part of the.
But still,
That's not story stuff.
knowing this guy, he's going to be like, I'm not going to back down from this.
Ugh.
Uninstall.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's a
gonna back
that's
down
a
from
that's
this.
a
I'm
way
just
to,
gonna
that's a way to
never
fuck up
finish
an
this.
experience with a game and totally start.
hmm
It's probably meant to be played that way. Why didn't they do the thing where they lock it behind beating the game once?
So that's the interesting thing.
There's no new game plus, is there?
There's no new game plus, but I have seen footage of this game. I think from before the day one patch, and it was locked behind like beating the game once.
I feel like you could make a pretty strong argument that that's how it should be.
Yeah, I feel like
I
you
don't
probably
know.
shouldn't have called it "Give Me God of War" too.
At the same time, if someone wants to play it on super hard, why make him beat the game to do it?
Because it's funny.
I don't know.
Play through our game twice so you don't sell it back, please.
I guess. I don't know. I came into this game kind of
You had never played a previous title. in
I've
the
never
series,
played a
right?
previous God of War game, even though I intended to, even though I own them all, except for the not God of War 4, but basically what was God of War. Was it Ascension?
Ascension.
Yeah, that's the only one I don't actually own. But I've never played any of them. I will say I'm kind of more interested to go back and play them after beating those. to be honest.
I was gonna say there was a point of time where we were talking about how we would come to record this podcast, we would start talking about God of War, and then you would start talking about God of War 1 because you were gonna play that instead. And I thought that was gonna be a really funny gag, but instead you just got to play a really good game.
Right. I don't know. I even came into this game with mixed thoughts on whether I was gonna like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I was very meh about it. Like even after the E3 trailer, and I was interested, but as time went on, I was like, it can't be that good. And then every fucking outlet started giving it perfect scores, and oh my gosh, this game has changed my life. Then I started to doubt it even more.
Right.
Because I was like, there's no fucking way.
There's no way this can all be true.
They're right. And then I played it, and then, fuck. I'm all on board. For
a while there, though, I feel like that early part's like kind of around where Paul is.
I'm not having fun.
We were, I think you were in the same camp I was, Jimmy, where we were both like, I get it, it's a good game, but it doesn't have that hook. Like, it hadn't hooked us yet.
I would say about halfway through where Paul is where things started to turn for me.
In Alfheim?
Yeah.
I'm going into a temple.
Okay. I mean, isn't that where they tell you to go right from the get-go?
No, because you can't go in at first. You go to the temple.
Oh,
and
you're
then
saying you're okay. Never mind.
They break the bridge, and then you have to go down and activate the bridge. I finished activating the bridge, and now they're like, "Oh, cross the bridge and then go in the temple," and that's where I'm at.
Okay, so you've actually unlocked that. Okay, I would say that this is kind of the turning point for me.
Am I on the precipice of having a good time?
At least where I started to really care about the game, I guess. I don't know. For some reason, I really latched on to Kratos, and I don't know why.
Because he's so cool.
Because he's always been the best character in video games.
No, I don't know. I really like his character after playing this game a lot. For some reason, I can't even explain it.
His character development for this game was really good. I mean, it wasn't just the same old character. In the previous games, it was all he was about was vengeance, blah, blah, blah. He had a lot of depth to his character in this game, and it made for a really good game just from that aspect.
What kind of armor wait, is this help Paul play God of War, or are we talking about it for the viewers?
I mean, we could make it help Paul play God of War.
Sure. What do you need to know?
Should I be buying all the armors, or
No.
are there certain armors I should be buying specifically?
Buy armor specific to how you're playing.
Aggressively.
Then strength, defense, vitality.
Right. See, that's how I play. Jimmy plays runic cooldown, vitality.
You get that magic damage going. Oh boy.
Now, some people will tell you to only buy armor that looks the coolest. They'll say it doesn't. Your stats on your armor doesn't.
Are you one of those? Are you one of those people?
Absolutely not. I only bought armor that gave me the biggest strength, even if it was a detriment to everything else and had shitty perks on them.
It's this has like 5 different stats, but its strength is 1 lower than the other armor, so I'm gonna keep it.
Fuck it, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Most of the game, I went with a balance. I would even mix and match armor sets sometimes. It wasn't really until later in the game that I started moving towards runic and cooldown stuff. That's because some of the fucking shit you fight later, it's really the only way to effectively kill them quickly. So using your runes and such. I mean, there's some mobs I'll blow all 4 of the runes on just to fucking get rid of them.
Yeah.
Fucking wolvers, man. Kill them as quickly as you can.
I'm at a point where I can pretty much one-shot level 7 and below wolvers just throwing my axe.
What?
Yeah. Like
that doesn't seem right.
I throw it and it trips them, and on the way back to me, it kills them.
What?
Yeah, my axe auto targets 1 mob on the way back. So no matter what in its flight path back, it's gonna hit something. So,
but how are you doing enough damage to kill a fucking level 7 wolver with 1 axe throw?
I mean, got that strength, baby.
Got that good strength. Got that good axe.
And plus, once you get that thing I was telling you about where you can throw your axe to the sun,
Yeah.
them axe throws get good.
You can give your axe to your son?
No. Well, you do.
Well, he does at one point.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You'll be all right. Should have played faster.
Should have played faster.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's good.
I tell you what, the ability to throw my axe and kill mobs like that's hilarious. Was the only way I got through the impossible trial for don't take damage. At the end of the impossible trial to don't take damage, they pop 4 Wolvers and a Soul Reaver at the same time.
I don't know if I'm getting this platinum.
Just put it on easy.
I did. But that still scares the shit out of me.
You can do it.
You only have to farm 3 keys and there's 5 trials to do it on. So you can try to do ones that more match your play style.
Oh, so I don't have to do the one where I don't get hit?
Yes. You don't have to
God.
do it. You can do that's the first
I can
trial.
do
So
the
if
other
you don't
shit.
like that
I
one,
have
just
complete
skip it.
confidence in the other stuff. It's the not get hit. I get hit a lot.
Yeah,
So-
you can skip the don't get hit one.
Okay. That's good to know. You platinumed it, right, Seth?
I did.
Okay. Was that
God,
today or yesterday?
The way you play games, it's ridiculous. Sorry.
He plays
I don't
games like
know
it's
what you
hilarious.
mean.
You play them hard, you leave nothing behind.
Yeah.
Scorched earth.
Right. I was going for more of a Native American thing, but I think Sherman's probably a good.
I mean, it's
Good
it's
analogy,
my way of God, I hate words. It's my way of justifying paying the amount of money I have to pay for a video game. I don't have Paul money. I only have so much money set aside to spend on my extra video game stuff. So I'm not
As
going to buy a
opposed to the
game.
required video game stuff.
Right. I'm not going to buy a $60 game. I bought this game for full market price, so almost $70 for this game, and play it for 15 hours just to run through the storyline. I'm going to get everything out of the game.
I would
that it
argue the
has to
story
offer
is
me.
going to take longer than 15 hours.
I don't know exactly what it would
I
take.
think it is longer than 15 hours. It has to be.
But regardless.
Has to be.
Now, Seth, I can think of one game that you didn't play that way and that you played like the way you described.
What's that?
Dragon Ball
Yep.
Fighters.
Yep,
A
I
game we
knew
were all
exactly
going
what
to
you
play
mean.
together and have fun with, and everyone
I
abandoned
tell you
me.
what. I tell you what. Every part of me hates the part of me that bought that game on release day.
You know what?
As much as I like that game.
I called this happening, by the way. I don't think
wish
anybody
I
You
else
called
has.
who?
$60 for
I
that.
called everybody playing against Mike at least once and being like, fuck this, I'm never touching
No.
it again.
Oh yeah, that's
It
kind
had
of what
nothing
happened
to-
for me.
It had nothing to do with me playing against Mike. It's just I'm not a real great fighter game person.
But that's
much
why you
time
play
together,
Goku.
like
Play
Naruto
Goku.
and
He's a good fighter
Sasuke.
person.
Mike
Huh?
is a bullshit fighter person because he wants you to believe that he's not good
Right,
at fighting.
right.
I'm not
Right.
And when
good.
he says
And then he
he's
lets
not
you,
good,
and then he lets you
he-
win a couple times here and there. Like gives
Yeah.
you a little rays of hope, sunshine.
and when he says he's not good, he's like, compared to professional, fighters, I'm not good. But compared to you plebs, I'm fucking great.
Right.
That's how Mike
Pixel,
does fighting.
Pixel, perfect run. Okay, well, all right. Or I'm gonna beat you with the human characters because fuck it, I'm bored.
All the characters in that game were good. Okay.
Said by a true fighter fan. You're just,
Right.
I can kick your ass with anything. Deal with
Yep,
this. Scrub.
I'm gonna play
Get on
Tien
my
and
level.
Yamcha. Guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna make Tien beat fucking Goku and Gohan because I think
mean,
that's funny.
Tien did beat
And
Goku
you suck.
once. We were all gonna learn together, though. We were all gonna rise to the top.
The fucking learning curve is so high, though. You're just like 2 matches. Okay, I got this shit. Deal with it. And everybody else is just like, what do I hit with my strong button? How does this work?
No,
That's
it was
me.
more like I know I pushed the right fucking buttons. You stupid
that's me.
game.
That's me, Seth. Don't
I
steal
know.
my thunder.
That's exactly what that game
I'm
is.
the man who always complains that I didn't. I did something else in the game. Did the other way.
That your inputs are mysteriously being eaten or
Right.
warped.
Yeah.
Right. Although we did figure out in that game, it was straight up the fucking lag.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
server lag.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get that with basically anything
Right.
like fighting game, like frame perfect like that online.
Because I would go in the practice mode and everything would work perfectly like I was intending it to.
But that's
Okay.
also why they put in you could simulate server
Mhm.
lag in the practice mode.
Oh, I forgot they did that.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing.
The-
that they
it-
did.
That's an
it's-
awesome feature.
At least
yeah.
they know about it, you know.
Well, everyone
But yeah,
knows
I
about
wish I
it,
would
yeah.
have played that for paid $30 for that game instead of. Normally, I don't like to do that, but God, E3 made me want that game
Yeah.
so freaking bad.
I don't
Jimmy.
mind paying full dollar amount for it, even though I didn't play it that much, because I don't know, I kind of view it as a reward for making that game, even
Yeah,
though
they
if it
deserved
wasn't,
it.
yeah, even if it wasn't fully for me, and it may be a game I go be like, you know what, let's go have bullshit and fucking Dragon Ball Fighter Z, because I mean I did that with Budokai a few times where I just fucking randomly put that shit in and be like, all right, that was fun for 15-20 minutes, let's put it on the shelf for another 6
Another
months.
6 years.
Yeah, I don't know, I really liked that they made that game, even if I'm
Jimmy,
not good at it.
Are you implying that without the input lag, you could potentially beat Mike?
No, because then without the input lag, he'd be even better.
Damn.
It's like if
I was
Both-
hoping for a
both-
Dragon
both-
Ball
both
tournament
Dragon Ball
come Christmas time.
both Dragon Ball characters are wearing weighted clothing. One of them takes it off, and then he gets better, and then the other one reveals that he was also wearing weighted clothing. So
I'm glad I didn't buy that game.
I wish you did. If more people would play with them, I think they would be better. Because then you wouldn't say it was my fault.
I wish
You
Paul
want-
would have bought. I wish Paul would have bought that game so I could feel like I'm good at against somebody.
Oh man, that's rough.
See,
Not unfair, but rough.
That's
I don't know.
exactly
We're probably.
why I didn't buy the game, because I knew in the pecking order I would be dead fucking last, and I know, I'm bad. I
think
have no excuse.
Seth, Paul, and I might be all on the same level.
Yeah, I'm not great. I did the story. I did all the story fights. That's it.
Yes, you did. You did more than I did.
I found out why Yamcha was the strongest character, which was the best part of that game.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But back to the God of War.
Yeah, God of War.
Yeah,
I don't know how much more we can really talk about it without getting too spoily. I want to talk about that game because fuck, there's some good shit in there.
Yeah. Y'all
Especially
need to
the
go
ending.
do those 9 extra fights though, because the rewards you get from those.
But here's the
are
thing.
really
Here's
good.
the thing. What's the point in the reward for doing the extra fights if there's nothing left to go do?
Right. See, I did all the extra fights before I beat the game. So
I did not.
Yeah. Now that you're done, I mean, unless you're hoping for some DLC, then yeah, the extra items aren't gonna do much for you.
No, and I can see some DLC coming with this game. Maybe another world or two, something.
Yeah.
Probably.
JRPGs are the same thing. You do it for the challenge, right?
Right. But the rewards that are tied to them is kind of. It's like, why do they put these rewards there?
It's definitely a challenge. It's those fights were really intense and really fun. Have you done the last one, Mike?
I have attempted the last one a couple times.
She's something, ain't she?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought the one that we were talking about before, one of the ones in another area, I thought she was going to be rough, and then I went back to her the next day and did it in one shot.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have that experience with the 9th one. Oh boy.
I didn't have much trouble with the one we talked about earlier, but
Mhm.
one of the ones in one of the hidden places where the fighting platform was a super small square, I had trouble with her. She was probably my hardest one, because otherwise you can kind of back off a little bit and just use arrows and stuff to keep her away from you as you roll around.
Yeah.
But man, in that little bitty square, you couldn't do anything. But yeah, that last one, she has the abilities of all 8, whatever. Cool.
Yeah. When I realized how little damage I was doing, I was like, I'm gonna have to be perfect for a fight this long. Oh no.
Yeah,
And
you
then-
can't get hit.
No. But I enjoyed the
even with
challenge of
all
those
the
other
shit?
8, so
Yeah.
I'm sure at some
guessing-
point I'll get bored and go back for it. But
I'm guessing you have to get this bitch for the platinum.
Yes, you do.
but there's no difficulty platinum or anything, so you can platinum trophy, so you can't just put it on easy and
I planned on it.
try to barrel through. But
I killed it on the normal mode, the give me a balance, and then I switched to easy to go back and farm Niflheim and Musselheim, however you say it. Heim and Muscles.
Oh.
no.
I don't think I haven't played this, but I don't think that's right.
Now, Seth, the real question for these optional fights, or even how just for the game itself, are you going to go back and try it on Give Me God of War?
No. The story was great. The gameplay was great, but I loved it at the difficulty it was. It was not a pushover, but it was just difficult enough to give me some challenge as I played through it. That's all I want. I'm not one of these that's Dark Souls on a game. Like, I want it to where, no. And plus, to me, the story doesn't have a lot of replay value.
Does Dark Souls have
game.
a higher setting?
Does it have a what setting?
Does Dark Souls have a harder setting, or is it just...
It has Dark Souls.
Yeah, it just gets harder as you New Game Plus it, because the enemies hit harder and have more health.
No.
But, I mean, I'm not one to replay a lot of story-based games anyways. Like, I've tried to pick up the New Game Plus for Xenoblade twice, and I haven't gotten very far in it. Like, that original drive that you want to find out what's happening next isn't there pulling you anymore. Even when you stop to go do side stuff, you still know that story is there waiting for you to keep pushing you through, whereas with something you've already beat, that's not there, and I don't see myself going and increasing the difficulty.
What
Go ahead.
What difficulty settings does it have? Is it just like the story mode, then like normal, then hard, then God mode, or is it...
Right,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay.
Story,
wanted to
normal,
make sure.
hard, and God.
Yeah, it's like the normal mode is described as balance. It's like if you still want a challenge, but you don't want it to be like insane, and then hard mode is just you want a real challenge, and then Give Me God of War mode is like you probably shouldn't play this, but fuck it, you can't change the difficulty after you start on this one. The rest
Oh,
of them you
really?
can-
I didn't know that.
Right, once you start on Give Me God of War, you cannot change it. You are locked in on that hard difficulty.
Oh,
You
wow.
wanna change it, you need
doesn't
to make a new
matter. You're not
save.
going to get out of the River's Pass anyways.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
like
you
you're
can't-
going to get
if you
to
can't
the
beat
end.
Draugrs, you have no fucking hope.
Yeah,
Fighting
when he
witch
came in and was talking
mobs
to me
and-
about like
Oof.
he was like, I got these strategies for taking out the Draugr, and I'm like, oh, like the bigger guys, and he's like, no, like the little guys. I was like, you need strategies for dealing with Draugr that isn't just hit them with the axe. And he's like, well, no, you got a crowd control. They all just jump on you and you die. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking rough. Why would you
Man, that
do this to
sounds-
yourself?
That sounds so fun.
Right, like I
Yeah.
could see it if I could play the game on normal or whatever, bump it up to Give Me God of War, but not be able to bring it down. Then I could at least be like, hey, I got all my gear. Let's just see what this is like once.
I could see, yeah, New Game Plus where you keep everything and go at it. Like,
Mhm.
maybe. Not for me, but...
Right. but
Somebody would like that.
Right.
starting that way.
Starting that way sounds fucking terrible. I can't even imagine.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
ready to
so
bump the
limited.
difficulty down, personally.
You're so limited in the beginning of that game.
Yeah.
You are.
It's such a simple game at that point.
And at that point, he's like, you get overcrowded. There were only like 3 joggers in the first part of that game. I mean, imagine later, once you get further into the game and your attacks open up and you have 15 or 20 coming at you. Yeah, and you're sloppy.
And you're sloppy about it.
I mean, that's... Oh.
Anyway, I think I really want to talk more about this game, but we're just going to keep talking about mechanics until...
It's super good game.
Yeah.
If you haven't got it by the time this comes out in 2019, you should probably go get it.
Right. Next podcast we'll do spoilers. Hopefully Paul will either have quit it or beat it by then. So
Right. So
Definitely
spoilers
will
on
have done one or the other, yes.
yes.
And I will say, no spoilers. They do tell a complete story in this game.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yes.
worried going
They
into
don't-
this.
As it
It's
was
not-
getting closer, to the end, I was getting worried too.
Mhm.
This isn't the
was-
first of a new trilogy.
It is, but they finish what they're telling.
They finish the story they tell here.
Not without setting up
Right.
what's coming later, but
Oh, so
Yes.
it's a rampage type thing where they sneak around.
Yeah.
It's just like
Right, yeah.
Rampage.
Just like Rampage.
just like
If you're there to see the story of George and his friend Rocky, it's great. But if you want a little bit more, just keep giving that studio money, and eventually they'll make a second one.
I really want to talk about the ending.
Yep.
Like really bad.
I mean, we can record a special spoiler cast.
Maybe.
I'll be
We'll see.
there.
Maybe we can get Carl Barlog to come on. I mean, he's going on every other podcast, but
Yeah.
he can talk about how he cried when seeing the reviews.
It was so sad.
I watched that video. It was kind of touching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, who are we talking with?
You were talking with me.
We were talking with you. Did you play anything else?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Actually, I might have played PUBG, but it's still just PUBG.
It's still PUBG. Yeah, we got a few more chicken dinners.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we got like 2 or 3.
Yeah. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
stopping this train.
It still feels really good. We got one with Dustin, who was on podcast.
That is true. Friend of the show, Dustin, who bought PUBG because we yelled at him until he did,
Peer pressure.
because we're really good friends.
Yep.
Bought that game. We got him a chicken dinner in second game.
The game we got the chicken dinner with him on should not have been a chicken dinner.
Look, just because I was
we were having
pretending
that
to
VW
be,
adventure.
just because
motorcycles.
we had a VW bus, we did some motorcycle stunt shows. At one point, I did run Dustin over pretending to be a missionary with the Mormon church. We got chicken dinner and we feasted like kings.
That was a good game, and it came to
Yeah.
a good shootout at the end.
Yeah, that ravine there in between the
Yeah.
2 mountains. That was
It was
a
good.
cool little game. Yeah. That was a good dinner.
And then I guess like the
I
rest
mean,
of the world,
aren't
Jimmy-
all the chicken dinners good dinners?
yeah,
Yeah.
some
Some are better than others.
some do leave a bit of a sour taste, but all are still fulfilling. And
Yeah,
then,
when you have someone die real early,
Mhm.
those aren't
or
those aren't
when
too
you have
great.
somebody disconnect right before the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
you son of a!
That wasn't quite right before the end. That was
It was
like
close enough.
halfway.
It was
There were-
pretty
It was like
close.
halfway.
It was pretty
Yeah.
close. It was enough to piss me off.
I
is
mean, you
what it
kept
was.
running. You were trying
I tried. I
Yeah,
was going to swim
until you
for
hit
it.
that rock.
I mean, my goal was they couldn't kill us if I wasn't there, so I took off running.
Yep.
No, stupid.
Oh boy.
I say, but no. After we peer pressured Dustin into PUBG,
Did he return it? I forget.
No, he
No.
He just
no.
joked about returning it.
I think he kept
Right.
it because I think he was playing some by himself too.
He
But,
played too much to return it.
We returned the favor, and you and I played some Fortnite.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
Did you guys
Wow.
really?
Cartoon
Yeah.
PUBG.
Yeah,
played
we tried
Cartoon
some
PUBG.
Fortnite.
I can see the appeal, but it is not for me.
Same.
What is the appeal to that?
What if
The
what if
cartoony,
free?
People while
the
you're playing
building,
Legos.
the building, and the freeness.
Yeah, like the building leads to some interesting battlefield to tactical decisions of like,
I
do
don't
I
like
want to
it, though.
build around? Do I want to put a wall up? I will never be fast enough to be like, I need walls here, here, and here, and then also get
Yeah.
my gun back out.
Right.
But then also mostly like, hey, I want to play a PUBG game, but I want to play it on console, or I want to play it for free. Hey, Fortnite works, and the shooting is, some people
the
might like it
shooting's
better.
okay.
Like, I still think I prefer PUBG shooting, but and
Yeah,
then
as
some
many
people
gripes
don't
as
like,
I have with it,
right.
I agree.
And then some people just don't like that military theme. They prefer something more stylistic, which you get with llamas and a big bus on balloons and shit.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. I could see the appeal for multiple reasons. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm never going to say, hey, let's go play Fortnite.
Right.
But I don't know if I would say, if a bunch of people said that we're playing Fortnite, no.
Right. Like I'm the exact same position. If I got on one night and for whatever reason Paul and Seth and you were like, hey, let's play some Fortnite, I would be like,
I mean, Paul would
what
be the only
happened to you
one."
guys? Who killed you and replaced you with these skin beings? But then I would then play with the skin beings in Fortnite for a little bit. But
Yeah.
I would never hop on and be like, hey guys, there's a new gun in PUBG, so fuck that shit. I'm gonna spend $100 on Fortnite, make me look like a spaceman.
Whenever I have conversations with people about, because whenever people will come to me talking about Fortnite because they know I play games,
Yeah.
and I always turn the conversation into saying PUBG is better with almost everything I'm talking about.
There you go.
I'll say things like, well, I mean, if you had a computer, you could play a better game.
But hey, man, sometimes you want to just get on your phone with your Discord buddies and
Mhm.
get shot a lot.
You want to
Yeah.
get online and watch Drake play?
Oh, yeah. He's got the real
Oh.
skills.
Sold. I'm on the Fortnite game now.
But no, that's all I've been playing.
Okay. Paul?
What about you, Jimmy?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I played God of War, and I'd forgotten, but someone reminded me that I played Steamworld Dig too.
You're welcome.
Yeah, oh, was that you, Polly Paul?
It was Paul. It was Paul.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm in a
Was it
weird
Paul?
black and white world. This is confusing.
Oh, no, you're not. You're just blind.
Yeah, you're just going colorblind.
My eyes.
playing with
They
it so
give you
much.
they give you status effects, and there's your God of War Paul update.
Update.
I played Steamworld Dig too. I wish I'd played that game last year. It might have made my list.
It's a good game. It's cool.
It's a really fucking good game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Did you play the
I-
first one?
No,
Mm.
it's the first Steamworld Dig game I have played.
Do you think
Yeah, I
you're gonna go
enjoy.
back and try it?
What?
Do you think you're gonna go back and try it? Did SteamWorld Dig leaving you wanting more?
No, I'll just play the next one.
Mm.
I'm sure there will be.
Surely.
But no, yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of that game. That was a lot of fun. I had forgotten that I'd played that. The God of War has just taken over my life, literally.
In such a good way.
Fuck. I was. Let's not. No. Well, we gotta stop talking about the God of War. Every day I was just waiting to go home and play it, and I was dreading beating it because it was gonna be over. Anyway,
I stayed
Steamworld
up
Dig-
way too late too many nights on God of
fuck
War.
me. I've been up till 2 a.m. playing this game almost every day.
Every night. And the next day at work, you're like, wow.
Oh
and then you get
man.
home and you're like, 2 a.m., here I come, baby.
Right. Like I get home and I'm like, oh, it's God of War time. All right, here we go. And, fuck. Anyway, yeah, we have to move on.
Okay.
It's so fucking good. Steamworld Dig 2, I think we talked about it some last year when you were playing it, Mike.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, it's a platformer.
I think it
With
was very
Dig
in
Dug.
passing when Mike talked about it, though, because no one
Yeah,
else.
Maybe. I mean, it's a platformer with Dig Dug.
Right. It's a collecting. It's one of those games which I think is like a weird subgenre.
It has aspects of all these different games. It's got some Metroidvania stuff. It's got some Dig Dug stuff. It's got that, really nice platforming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of fun getting all the tools to get around to different places, the Metroidvania
What the
stuff.
fuck?
Uh-oh.
Paul has strong opinions on getting all the tools.
Paul
No,
died.
the tools are good.
Paul died in God of War, apparently. Can we get a God of War update, Paul?
I was in there for a while.
What?
That's what she said.
If she's
What? What?
I don't know.
What is happening right now?
I went inside, and then when I came out, there was a lot of dead things.
Oh, gotcha.
But I was only in there
Okay.
for a couple of minutes.
Oh, welcome to Angstville, by the way.
Oh man!
You're
I
gonna
thought this
have
is when
one.
it was supposed to be good. You promised.
You're gonna
Right, that's when it gets good. Finally, Jimmy saw a character he could relate with.
Steamworld Dig, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about how good Steamworld Dig 2 is and how awesome that ending is.
How angsty that
Holy
character is.
shit! Yeah, that ending.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to dig again.
Yeah, I mean, we could dig in outer space.
Steamworld Heist, baby.
Did Heist come out after 2?
Heist came out before 2, after
That's
1.
what I thought. Okay. So 2 is the latest one in the series. I
Yeah.
believe that.
Latest in the series, but second in the timeline.
Oh.
It takes
So
place.
Heist takes place after 2.
Yes. 2 kind of explains why the world is the
that
way
makes
it
sense.
is.
Because I looked up some lore stuff on that. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Okay. Because there's some speculation about different characters. Yeah.
How much lore can there be in a Dig Dug game?
It's not Dig Dug. It's Steamworld Dig, bitch.
Right. And also,
Steamworld Dig Dug.
a lot of it.
Yeah, there's quite a bit there. To be honest, there's a lot more than I was expecting at all.
There's more than you should expect for a game where the whole purpose is to dig down and get gems
Yeah.
and come back up to get better equipment to dig down further.
Mm-hmm.
What if we told you about the world of the people who came before?
Mm-hmm. 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 Which
So
is
Spelunky.
No, Spelunky, good game. Not a lot. There's some lore in Spelunky.
Wait, are you implying Are you implying Steamworld Dig is not a good game?
Steamworld? Okay.
Yeah.
Steamworld Dig 2, good game. Steamworld Dig 1, good game. Spelunky? Oh my goodness!
You think it's so amazing because you hold like a world record or some bullshit to it.
I don't hold any records for Spelunky. I just think Spelunky is probably the perfect platform roguelike that it's probably the best platform roguelike I've ever played.
See, the minute you say roguelike, I'm done.
God of War is kind of a roguelike if you think about it.
Not really.
Because the boy is like a rogue.
The
And
boy
you're
is like a rogue.
warrior,
Uh,
and, like, it's deep.
It's deep, like the boys love.
I feel
Seth?
like the boy is more tricky than roguey.
Rogues are tricky. Welcome to D&D.
That is true. Rogues do know lots of tricks.
It's true.
Spelunky is great. Steamworld Dig 2 is good. Play them both. Have a good time.
Which
Okay.
would you rate better?
Yeah, I think he said one was
Spelunky.
great, one was
Spelunky
good.
is number 1.
Spelunky number 1.
Paul,
Yes, sir.
what you playing?
Right now I'm playing God of War.
How you liking it?
I just got this sweet rare enchantment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on.
Did you play the other
Alright.
games, Paul?
God of War?
Yeah, I feel like we should have said that when we were talking about God of War. I've played all of the games.
Even Ascension?
A little bit of Ascension.
Okay.
I played all of them, including the PSP title.
I've never played a God of War game before, except for the God of War 3 demo on PlayStation 3.
Nice.
I didn't like it. I was not going to pick this game up until everybody fucking jizzed all over it. And I was like, okay, fine.
So literally peer pressure.
I don't think that's true.
Me?
I don't know.
You were
yeah,
interested in the game before
I was
people were excited
okay.
about
I
it.
was interested because the game looked like it had RPG elements and it was more like open. It looked more interesting than God of War has ever looked.
Also, Paul, I don't want to undermine your argument here, but you did buy a game called Frostpunk because Jimmy said, I saw a trailer and it looked neat.
I just buy things sometimes. Speaking of which, this house thing. We'll talk. Never mind.
Oh, you Forever Home?
My forever home is getting kind of out of control.
Wait, are you putting 2 jacuzzis
Did you buy
in like
a
I
super
suggested?
couch?
We are buying Super Couch, but that's besides the point.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, no jacuzzis. 0 jacuzzis.
That seems like a
What did
waste.
you want to know? What did you actually address me for?
What games have you been playing?
Oh, right, yes.
What's this podcast about, Paul?
That's
You've
right.
been on almost
Whoa.
every one.
There's limited number of save slots. Why would you do that? All right.
Hmm?
Anyways,
Wait, what?
God of War has a limited number of save slots,
Why are you
Why are you
using
keeping
save
multiple
slots?
saves?
so I can go back and make different decisions. Is that not a thing?
No.
Hmm.
I'm gonna kill the boy, and then I'm gonna try another playthrough where the boy doesn't die.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Detroit becoming human.
Oh
Except
yeah,
It's Norse.
the boy
becoming Kratos.
becoming God.
Mhm.
Yeah. What else did I play? Is that the?
Spoilers.
I played the bathroom. Oh, I played a lot apparently.
Yeah. You can't keep putting Civ 6 here.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
I'm still gonna yell at you.
Oh. Okay. Well, I booted up Civ 6 and Cities Skylines at different points during this month.
Okay.
Had I played Assassin's Creed yet? Yeah, we talked about Assassin's Creed in the last
We
month.
talked about it last month, yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped playing it. Not because I
Same.
didn't like it.
But because it kept crashing your computer.
It kept crashing my PC, and
Hmm.
I feel like I could have fixed that by like doing a fresh install of Windows or something, and then re-downloading it.
You could have fixed it by just buying it on PlayStation.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Instead, you
Anyways,
fixed it by just not playing it again.
so now I'm just
Right.
done. I put 20 hours into it. It only cost me $30 or $35 or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I got it on a sale. It was on a sale.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Say
Yeah. Sale. So yeah, not money badly spent in my opinion. That's pretty good.
No.
And then I've been just fucking chugging through Trails in the Sky, second chapter.
Just fucking through
Just fucking-
trails in the sky.
I'm just fucking Trails in the Sky.
Oh, is it one of those games?
I'm 31 hours in.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna say I'm about 2/3 of the way through it. I think I'm in chapter like 5 of 8, and I think
Isn't
the 8th
there-
chapter is like one of those like bullshit, like that's just the final boss chapter kind of thing.
Oh, so you're getting close.
I'm chapter 5 of 8, so
Hmm.
5, 6, 7. I've got like 3. I'm part of the way through one of the last 3 chapters. I feel.
There's a new one of those games coming out soon, isn't there?
Trails of Cold
3?
Steel 3, yeah, the
Cold
third
Steel
one.
3? Yeah.
I own Trails of Cold Steel for Vita,
Mm-hmm.
but that's a dead system, so I'll probably buy it again on PC and play it there, but not until I'm done with this trilogy. Those
Play
games
your
are really
Vita.
good. Anyone who likes like JRPGs, like old school JRPGs with like interesting writing and like good characters, I would encourage you to play those games.
All right, Paul, I'm going to ask you a question here that might make Seth kill me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I've
Is
been
it gonna be Persona talk?
I've been away.
This is probably gonna.
I've been away from Xenosaga, Xenoverse,
Oh.
Xenoblade.
Oh.
I knew this is where it was going.
I've been away from Xenoblade since probably December.
Mm-hmm.
I feel a very small drive in the back of my head that says, go play that game. Seth says it's game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You told Seth you'd play it. And I feel another much louder voice in my head saying, don't. You played enough of that game to know that you don't want to play any more of that game.
Uh-huh.
Should I play the Legends of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, or Trails of Cold Steel games instead of Xenoblade? Or Xeno, whatever.
This isn't a question that's gonna get Seth to kill you. It's gonna get Seth to kill me.
Mm.
I know where
Um,
you work, Paul.
You do. You know exactly. You might fucking it does. God damn. I mean, the production value's better in Xenoblade.
Oh.
But that's it.
It's got better production value. The music's probably better. I honestly don't know because I've only listened to Legend of Heroes music like twice. I usually don't play it with sound on.
Mm.
So
Classic Paul.
classic. That's just me though. You can't really judge anything based off of that. The story, like the plot, the characters, the battle system, the character development, like upgrading and developing your characters the way you want to, things like that. The side quests, the character dialogue itself, the writing, that's going to go the other way.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of people would like the art style better in Xenoblade. I think if that's your thing, like it's an old game. So if you don't like the old things that come with old games, like I'm playing this with a guide because I can't be bothered to talk to every townsperson in between every mission to try to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So I'm using a guide to make sure I don't miss stuff. There's a ton of missable stuff in these games. It's super early PlayStation RPG. Like it's punishing in that regard. But the
I'll make a suggestion.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Play one of those games first, and then go and play Xenoblade, because one's an action game, one is a turn-based RPG. You just got done playing a big action game.
It's true. The battles are much faster in Xenoblade. Like they're faster, but you still sit there and don't do anything a lot. So it's kind of hard to say. Xenoblade, you're waiting for your cooldowns early on, like where you're at. Once you get to later
right
in the
now,
game,
right now my Xenoblade combat is just mash all the cooldowns as soon as they come off cooldown.
Right. This Xenoblade gets a lot deeper when you get into switching a lot, and you plan out your team. Like, Seth can speak to this a lot more than I can, but like planning out who's going to be like your blades and also the blades of your teammates, how to combo those together, when to switch from one blade to another.
If you had the freedom of late game earlier in Xenoblade, it would have been all the better.
I think it takes
the late game combat is a lot of fun.
It takes way too long to get it. They should have at least let you use all three of your blade slots a lot sooner and like have you switching between them, because there's not enough for you to do early in the game. Like you just feel like you're just not doing anything.
Yeah, after playing a few games where they don't hold your hand as much, and then looking back at Xenoblade, they do hold your hand way too much, and they should have just given you free range earlier. But that doesn't take away from the game at all, in my opinion.
It's a 100-hour game where 30 hours is too handholdy. It still means there's 70 hours of good game there, but that's rough. I don't know. I also think that the Trails in the Sky game.
You've mentioned that you thought the writing was weak.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't think characters is good.
You said it was very cliche.
It is very cliche.
So I don't know.
No, I think Jimmy has a very strong argument. I think that's a good way to go. Yeah, I would say pick it up on a sale. You're having the itch? Are you itchy right now, Mike?
I'm not itchy right now.
No. Oh no.
Okay.
I'm not itchy right now. I got my powder. I got the creams.
Oh. Tell me about those sweet creams.
They're not sweet. I a little bit got in my mouth once. It was very bitter.
The first Trails in the Sky game.
That means they're bad. You gotta throw them
$20.
away.
And I think it goes on sale for $5 to $10, like during Steam sales.
Well, we got that summer sale right around the corner.
I would say wait for summer sale. It'll almost definitely be on sale.
Okay.
And then
they were on sale last year.
Yeah, I would recommend it. Like obviously, I'm obviously a fan, but
okay. So play Ni no Kuni until it goes on sale.
Oh right, Ni no Kuni.
What?
I forgot about Ni no Na.
Everybody did.
Ni no Na Na Ni no.
Now that game is also action based, so
that is true.
This game is definitely different from any of those games. They don't. Why
it also turns into a mobile game.
Why doesn't anyone like fucking? They don't make them anymore.
Here's what I'll do. I'll play Xenoverse in the Switch in portable mode. I'll have Ni no Kuni in one monitor, Trails in the Sky on the other monitor. That game got controller support?
Trails in the Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just use one controller to control both of them.
It's also honestly, they added like turbo and stuff, like as you do with these kind of ports.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine playing this game in normal speed. Even with the text speed all the way up, there's so much fucking text that not having the turbo button would have been painful.
And then I'll just uninstall Final Fantasy 12.
13?
No,
What?
12. Not
Oh
11.
yeah, how far did you get in that?
I turned on the cheats and made Dustin mad, and then I beat a big turtle or something. And then my installation was corrupt, and I had to uninstall it.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But the saves were
well.
fine. I just had to uninstall and then re-download the game.
I still have that shrink wrap.
In the shrink wrap?
Yeah. There's lots of other games I have that I haven't played that I want to play before I do that. But what else you been playing, Paul? Is that it?
I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I played some Steamworld Dig too in the month since the last podcast, but I don't think it was enough. I mean, you already kind of talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any Frostpunk time in?
No, it's not. I paused the download because I was playing God of War. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't have paused.
No.
No.
Damn it.
I mean, are you waiting for the other Kratoses to join your party?
He's waiting for the boy to come in.
Boy.
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 So, Paul,
Yes.
you haven't been playing anything else?
No, and I have to admit to something.
Uh-oh.
Are you cheating on us with another podcast?
Frostpunk was in my cart. But I didn't check.
buy
I
it.
didn't check out, and then we talked
Wow.
about Steam sale stuff, and now I'm not gonna check out because I could see that game being like $5 off.
Wow.
Yeah, Paul Money. Listen, I don't know if you heard earlier
Wow.
when I mentioned my forever home, but that motherfucker.
At least you're admitting it's a forever home.
Well,
And at least you're getting a super couch. That makes me happy.
What is this super couch?
At what point did I say I was getting a super couch?
You said
You did
you
admit
said you were
earlier.
getting, yes.
I'll
You
say
said
anything
you
to
guys
make
were
you-
getting a super couch.
Oh my gosh, we're not getting a super couch. That was a lie too.
What is so super about this couch?
Oh my God, Nick, you haven't lived. You take a sectional.
You take a sectional and you organize it in a real stupid way.
You organize it. You take the two corner pieces that have the armrests.
Okay.
Right? You push those together, so there's two pieces of sectional that are kind of like, they look like a love seat basically at that point. Then you take the two other pieces of a sectional that are just the one long piece with no arms on the ends, put those on an axis, turn them inward to where the cushion is facing, where their cushions are touching tips.
Okay.
And push those onto the front of the other two sectional pieces, and it creates super couch.
Okay.
Whereas both people on the couch can pretty much lie down.
That's called a bed.
Yeah.
It's called super couch.
Does at any point Does it
TM
have a
Jimmy
key?
Gang.
Jen wants
No.
a chaise lounge in our bedroom.
I don't speak.
what
French.
is the point of that?
There's a super couch.
It's
Yeah,
Seems really
there's too much couch in the center. That's like a super
too
duper
much
couch.
Yeah, it's super duper couch.
Why do you
Wait.
want to crawl into your couch?
Oh fuck
God,
me.
crawl in there.
Wait, is a chaise lounge those like fainting couch?
It's a fountain couch.
Is it a fountain crouch?
Wait.
Yeah, the Shea Lounge has, a little cherub thing peeing into it.
What?
I don't think this has anything to
That's
do
a
with
fountain.
video games.
Get it? What?
Get it? What?
Got it good.
No, a chaise
fountain
lounge is yes, Mike. Yes.
Does she faint a lot? Do you faint a lot?
I've been investing a lot in corsets for me. And I
Good,
sometimes-
nice. Cover your ass.
Love you, babe. I don't know how. I still have a girlfriend.
She doesn't look. I mean, it sounds like pretty soon she won't be. Wait for that next gen experience, right?
Oh, I thought you were going a different direction with that. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been playing anything else. What's the next section? What's the next? Let's move on to the news.
Well, not
you're gonna
yet.
skip
Take it
over
away,
Seth?
Jimmy.
We're not gonna- I mean, Seth talking
You
about
don't want
God
Seth
of War,
talking
but
about a game?
He's
we
got,
didn't
the only
ask-
game he's going to talk about. Anyone
What?
see the rumors about that new Pokemon game?
No. Well, don't leave us hanging.
They said the next Direct is going to have a trailer for it. They said it's going to be playable at E3.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think it was just some guy in a forum that said that, but
Oh, you can trust him.
I trust him. I think it was in I think it was in our Pokemon that I saw that.
Well, I mean, of course it's true then.
Yeah. Yep.
So Seth,
Yes, sir, Mr. Jimmy.
besides
I won't say
God of
anything I'm not supposed to.
besides God of War,
Uh-huh.
what have you played?
I finally picked up Pokemon Ultra Sun.
All right, so moving on to the news.
Well, then.
Hold on, can I ask one question?
What? Sure.
Sure.
Did you catch them all?
Well, I don't have to catch them all because I already own them all.
Can I ask a question?
But I thought you said there was new ones.
There were 2 new Pokemon. That is the whole reason I bought this new game.
I don't want to know anything about the new game. I have different questions. Can I ask them?
Sure.
All right. What's your favorite generation?
Gen 1.
What's your least favorite generation?
Black and white, whichever one that was.
Okay.
5, I think.
What's your favorite starter?
Ooh. Like, you got to pick a generation, because...
All of them.
No, he wants to know your favorite.
I want to know your
period.
favorite of all the favorites. And if it's
I
one
mean,
of
you
the
have them all.
if it's one of the Gen 1 ones, then not that. Because I feel like that's
Why do we keep talking about Paul's girlfriend?
Gen
Really?
1.
Gen 1.
We're on to like Gen 7 or Gen 8 now, aren't we?
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, Paul.
What do you mean, are we?
Hide your gens. Hide your wives. Paul's coming.
Tonight.
I think whatever they release on the Switch will be Gen 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Or it'll be Gen 1 all over
Yeah,
again because they're going to
well,
reboot everything.
don't
God, I
see
hope
that
that's what
happening.
happens. I really hope that's what happens.
It'll be a God of War style soft reboot where
Oh, yeah. Everything that happened.
and the trainer's like, I can't believe this.
But
I
now
have a
you're
new
grizzled old man.
country.
What
Boy,
if
come catch this Pidgey.
Sun and
You're a
Moon.
grizzled old man.
Sun and Moon were Gen 7.
So this will be Gen 8.
Yes. Or Gen 1.
Or Jate, as I like to call it.
But to get back to your
Ew,
question,
like, just ew.
nostalgia and to go back, my favorite would be Charmander. And to top that off, a shiny Charmander turns into a cool Charizard. But
What makes it shiny? Are you collecting the cards while you're collecting them in the game?
Oh, God.
If-
I can't.
if you don't know, you can't know. And
Is he
you should
serious?
probably find somewhere. Look, you better be glad we're podcasting, or I would leave you. All right.
Nick, I'll help. The short, they're just a different color scheme in the game, and they're incredibly rare.
Thank
So
you.
we can move on. Let's just move on. Let's get out of this.
But anyways, so Charmander
Tell me about
would
their
have been-
EVs.
But you said you didn't want a Gen 1 because that was too generic.
It's just like everyone would say that, I feel like.
Charmander Char, baby.
I mean, I could go through. I play with multiple. Right now, my team that I play with has 3 starters in it. One of them from the current, which is Rowlett. He's awesome. And Froakie, I have really come to like. He turns into Greninja. He's really good. He's probably one of my top.
Isn't Greninja kind of an edgelordy, like weeaboo
He's a ninja
kind of Pokemon?
frog. Ninja frog Pokemon.
Yes, Paul.
Okay. To answer
I don't think Seth understands that question, but yes.
I didn't.
Yes.
He's too cool for school. The correct answer was actually Punch Dog Punch.
Punch
Thank
Dog,
you.
baby.
That's all I have to say.
Punch Dog. Man, they missed.
They missed a golden
Man.
opportunity there.
Man,
Or a
to make the greatest Pokemon ever.
was that was X and Y, right?
Look,
Yes.
Here's what my Greninja looks like.
They
My
can't
super
see that.
shiny Greninja.
This is great for podcasting.
Just look at that, folks.
Jimmy,
just look at that.
just change the album art for one episode.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's gonna be Seth's Greninja.
Yeah. So that's my fella. He's super cool. Shiny and everything.
All right, Seth, one last question.
Okay.
What have you used a Master Ball on?
Nothing. Why would you
Oh,
ever use
shit.
that?
I knew
ball?
it. I knew
I
that's what he
knew
was going
it.
to say.
Yep.
I knew that's what he was going to fucking say.
Wait, Seth, are you like me?
I mean, you are either using Pokeballs in early games, or you use Premier Balls in the newer games because
No.
they're the cooler looking Pokeballs.
Wait, the white ones?
Yeah, the white ones.
Oh God, you know me well.
I mean, Premier Balls. Like normally, what I'll do is Premier Ball, Pokeballs, everything. Premier Balls, Legend. That's the way to play.
We play the same way. I only throw Pokeballs because I don't like mix matching the Pokeball colors.
There's no point in having all that extra crap.
I used a Master Ball on a Rattata.
So
I used a Master Ball on a Ditto because I thought it was a unique looking. Like I'd never seen one when I saw it.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! I was like, oh my god, I have to, because I thought you had to catch it when it was still a Ditto, or it would you would just catch whatever it turned into.
I used Master Ball on Mewtwo.
I mean, I was real young.
My Mewtwo is sitting in a Pokeball.
don't the Pokeballs like increase level?
I don't know what a Pokeball
Oh god,
is.
someone get him out of here.
Pokeball? What?
Pocket Ball.
Digimon?
Pocket Ball.
Pokemans?
Each different Pokemon, each different Pokeball has a multiplier as to how the Pokeball catches the Pokemon. Each tick for the catch is a random number generator is thrown again. Basically, your Pokeball has a normal one, Great Ball has a ×2, Ultra Ball has a ×3, and then you go into your other balls. A Quick Ball on the first turn has a ×4.
I just want to know that you beat these animals so close to death that you can catch them with a regular ball.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Did you say
can
that
catch,
into the mic?
you can catch them on, if you're lucky enough, you can throw it at the first turn and catch them. You don't have to beat them at all.
Now, speaking of beating these animals into submission, do you find that the Pokemon games hit too close to home with regard to bringing work home?
Or is that
I've been playing Pokemon much longer than I've been doing.
Is that how you knew what you would love as your future?
No.
I say, is it the inverse? Is it, or do you do what you do because of Pokemon?
Actually, I hate what I do, but it's neither here nor there. It pays the bills.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do enjoy my Pokemon. And I can't wait for the new one. I can tell you, I wish I would have,
You wish you would have what?
I wish I would have never bought Ultra Sun, other than the fact that I had to finish the Pokédex. There was not, no. There was not enough there to make you need it. They added 2 Ultra Beasts, which is the only reason I got it, to finish the Pokédex. So there's no reason they should have released those games. If they wanted to do that, they should have released something that had a completely different story in the same generation, kind of like Emerald and Crystal and all those were. But no, this was a real money grab by Nintendo. Well, Game Freak, in my opinion.
I feel like Sun and Moon period were a money grab by Nintendo.
Which do you regret more, Dragon Ball or Ultra Sun, whatever, blah blah blah?
I mean, I finished my Pokédex. There's nothing to actually regret about Pokemon.
Okay.
It's just, I that's why I waited so long to get it, because I knew there wasn't enough there to justify it. But they had those 2 come out, and there's a new mythical coming out in an event that I really want because he looks super cool. So,
Are you gonna have to buy Ultra Moon?
no. The way they set it up with the Ultra Beast, all the ones that are game exclusive, you catch 3 of them. So what you're able to do is then get on the online system and just request to trade one of yours for the Ultra Moon version, and you get it pretty easily. And that's how I got that.
All right. Well,
Pokemon.
I think. Oh, one more God of War thing. Bringing
it back.
What did everyone think about the soundtrack?
It It was good.
There's music in this game?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the bits of music that were there.
Right.
Good.
Yeah, I mean
But-
it's not there as a constant. But
It
like I
reminded
don't know.
me a lot of Breath of the Wild. When it had music, it was fine. When
I
it
feel
didn't
like
have
there was
music,
more music in this than Breath of the Wild.
I don't think so. I feel like there's 2 songs in this. There's the credit song and there's the beginning.
I listened to the soundtrack the other day, and there's a lot more songs than you think.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of music in it, and there's a lot of background.
Every world had a
noise
theme.
Yeah, it's not so much. Yeah, I guess it is a song. I
mean,
like
it's
to think of it
cutscene
more
stuff.
like background noise, but
I mean, it's all cutscene
there.
stuff.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I really liked the main theme that they had for that game. I don't know if it's in the old games, but they're like.
I can't remember. I've
yeah,
been
the,
trying through this
the
whole
baritone
podcast
choir.
to figure out how much time I have in the game, but I can't for the life of me to find a time played.
I don't think they have time played. No. Yeah,
I
mine
would
would be
like to
skewed
know.
because I've left the game on a lot, and I fell asleep playing it yesterday. But like,
Uh-oh.
I was tired after playing for 2 a.m. every night for 2 weeks.
Yep.
or
It's going to
whatever.
be so nice to sleep normal this week until we play. Who wants to start Divinity 2 again?
Hell yeah, right after
Right.
this podcast.
Oh man, yeah, I've come out of that game liking almost everything about it.
Yep.
Fuck. Next podcast. Well, I really want to talk about that ending.
Yep.
But all right. Well, let's take a quick break because I need some more water personally.
hmm
And
I'm
then
gonna
we'll do
take-
some news.
Take Nick to the side, and we're going to talk about the fine points of Pokemon.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
please
I'll
don't.
meet you
Gone.
in that one channel.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back with some news.
Break time. Break
There it
time.
was.
Break.
To sing.
I was waiting for the mic song. All right. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Mike.
That's me. We're back.
All right, Jimmy, what games have you played this year?
No, we have that bit.
All right, Jimmy, what's the greatest game of the generation? PS Red Dead.
Which generation?
Gen 7.
Jensen. Oh wait. We're not on 7.
It's a Pokemon.
What
joke.
gen is this? It'd be it. Well, I mean, what do you count as a generation
This is Generation 9, according to Wikipedia, probably.
of consoles?
Yes.
Did you look that up or did you just guess?
I just guessed. Shot in the
Okay.
dark.
All right. I don't know. Give me a generation. I'll think of a game of the generation for you.
3DO.
Fuck.
Rip.
That's 1993 to
93.
2005, apparently.
So that would have been NES era.
That would have been NES and PlayStation
No, I
2
mean,
era.
SNES era. I'm sorry.
We, according to Wikipedia, we are in the 8th generation.
8th generation.
Ooh, you're close.
Well, SNES generation. Final Fantasy 6.
Hey,
Game-
Jimmy, can I
game.
ask a question?
Yes.
Uh,
Maybe.
News related is is it true that Belgium legislation made certain video games illegal because of Loot Crate?
Was it
Yes.
Belgium?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Belgium, and they've
There's
made it
another country
illegal
that
if
did
there's any
too.
gambling system that they think is gambling.
Right. Yeah.
Illegal.
There was some speculation on what gambling actually meant.
Yeah,
Because I think
but
even games like Overwatch are in trouble.
anything where real world money can be put in to get something where it has a random loot distribution
That's so
is
dumb that they're
considered
blocking
gambling,
that. That's so dumb.
and it's illegal in their country.
so stupid.
And the funny thing is, though, they said that the creators could be put in jail and or fined. Like these,
Mm,
how?
no.
Like maybe if they're visiting Belgium and they're like, "Hey, I made this just so your people like," I don't understand how they can even. Whatever.
It depends. It depends. Like, I mean, because there was the whole thing with 4chan. One of the 4chan guys got put in jail from basically another country when he was living somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely precedent for it, but I doubt they would be that aggressive with this.
The thing is, though, one country has done it. What do you think this means for that type of system in a video game?
It's Belgium, so I mean,
Unless somebody bigger does it, not a lot to worry about right now.
Even Australia hates games, so
Yeah.
so no, I don't see too much coming of this. It certainly wouldn't be that extreme here, I don't think. I mean,
it would depend, right? If Belgium's able to float that up to, say, the greater EU body as a whole,
Yeah.
then suddenly to be legal in Europe, you're not going to make two different versions.
Well, what I mean by that is I don't think it's going to be as aggressive if there's any legislation here, as in terms of anything paid that has a random chance.
Right.
I think they would. I don't think there's no way it would. I don't think there's any way it would be that loosely defined if anything happened here.
Listen to this.
That's a bit ridiculous.
FIFA 18, Overwatch, Counter-Strike, Global Offense, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 were the games that were looked at to see if this was a problem. The only game found to not be illegal was Star Wars Battlefront 2.
It's because they took it out of the game. They took it out of the game.
Oh, I know. The current game doesn't have it. But that's funny that the whole controversy.
When Halo 3 came out, a little bit after that, Microsoft put out a Russian-only game called Halo Online, which was just the Halo 3 multiplayer. That project was canceled or shelved or something.
Yeah.
ElDewrito was a fan mod that made it playable outside of Russia and essentially just brought the Halo 3 experience, multiplayer game experience, to current PC, which is the only way to play that particular style of Halo, and is one of the only ways to play Halo on PC at all. They did put the Forge mode from 5 online, and so you can use that in Windows 10 and play custom games and stuff. Well, everything was going great, and they literally just put out a big patch for the game that brought it incredibly close to feeling like Halo 3, because I guess there were some minor changes from Halo Online and Halo 3, when Microsoft started sending out cease and desists and telling them they weren't allowed to anymore. And they updated a blog post, 343 did, saying that while they hate doing this, the mod itself is not allowed per their what you can use our international, like our properties for, because they are using Microsoft code in Halo Online, not doing custom stuff with their own thing. And that when they shelved the project, they never made it free to use. It never became a public license. All that code is still being used at Microsoft, and to protect it, they need to cease and desist the mod makers themselves so that they don't keep updating it and stuff. Of course, like all things on the internet, this just brought a shit ton of attention to the game, and a bunch of mirrors have already sprung up, and people were streaming on Twitch and YouTube, which got a lot of people banned. Because when a partner like Microsoft says, "Don't let people stream that," you get your shit taken down, and when your shit gets taken down because of that, you get automatically flagged. And so they've said on the blog, they updated it and we're like, "Hey, we're going to talk with people to try to get you not banned, but if you stream it, you might get banned. If you upload video, you might get banned. Sorry."
Did you see the reports? I was seeing some people talk about this on Reddit. Apparently, some people internally at 343 were actually helping that project, and it was Microsoft proper that shut it down.
Yes, it was Microsoft proper that shut this down. Even the apology letter where they're like, "We had to shut this down," sounds like that, because they mention internally we were watching this project. It wasn't until this last patch where they started implementing too much code and Microsoft had to step in. And they even mentioned they're like, we thought it was great, but because we are Microsoft's a public traded company and we are legally responsible to our shareholders to protect our assets, so we have to do this. and it feels very much like them going, Big Daddy Microsoft says we have to shut this down. If we could, like, we would say, you fucking go for it. We're not going to sell that thing. Except there is one line in their release, quote, the community really wants more Halo on PC. As we look ahead, we're very excited about the prospects of official classic Halo experience making its way to PC, and we hope to be able to partner with the ElDewrito team to possibly bring stuff like that forward. Which to me just sounds like, hey, come E3 this year, Halo 5 might be on PC now as a Windows 10 game or crossplay. Or hey, they're still working on the Master Chief Collection. That game might become crossplay. Because I believe before that game came out, there were reporters who said they saw it running on PC with full mouse and keyboard control. Like,
that'd be cool.
Full on like keyboard button prompts instead of the Xbox prompts before a controller was woken up. So that would be very exciting.
Yeah, it'd be fun to dive and play some multiplayer of those games again.
Yeah, Halo 3 was
on
my
PC.
Like Halo 3 multiplayer was my entire high school basically. So
see, Halo 1 for me.
We're so old.
I know. We'd get together at was like once or twice a month. We'd get together at my buddy John's house, and we'd have 16 plus people all playing Halo.
I was even invited. That's how deep the roster went.
And we weren't friends in high school. Really?
I don't think anyone there knew me. I don't know how it happened.
It was Juan. I mean, that's it. I mean, you knew John too.
Mike, are you high?
Can I help you?
Halo 2 was our generation. Halo 2 came out in 2004. Halo 3 came out in 2007.
Nick, I'm on this podcast. I'm 21.
Also, yes. He's very high.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Anyway. Let's see here. There's a possible new wave race.
That's exciting.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that game back in the day. It's probably the only racing game I was ever any good at.
I've spent hours on that game on the 64.
Oh, it was so fun. The director of the old Wave Race game mentioned that it's a possibility that it might be in the works. So, along with a few other, he didn't give any other game names. We said a few other projects that we're also talking about. So, it's a possibility. Cool. It's cool. Big kind of weird news. Campo Santo, makers of Firewatch. That's right?
Yep,
Firewatch?
They made Firewatch and are
Yes.
currently working on In the Valley of the Gods, I believe.
Yes. We're acquired by Valve, a company that does not make games anymore.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to start making games, just buy somebody who is, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, do y'all think this is a chance that Valve's going to start releasing like Left 4 Dead and
no.
all that stuff again? Or
No.
are they...
That's just them making good on everyone asking them to make games.
Right. They're going to put this thing out. They're putting out that Dota card game.
Yeah, I forgot about that thing. That was announced at the International last year, right?
Yep, and they're going to put out something called Half-Life 3 that just boots you straight to the Steam marketplace. Where you buy and sell trading cards.
It's just a bunch of pictures of Gordon Freeman.
The person who makes the most
Fuck.
real-life money at the end wins. Paul, you'd be great.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, let's see. So I don't know. It seems weird to buy them in the middle of their game.
That's what they did with Left 4 Dead.
Is
and
it?
Portal, yeah. Like the Portal
Well, the Portal
game,
thing was they brought in that guy from college.
That's true. Yeah, I guess Cybernecular Drop had already, like, quote-unquote, been released. But, yeah, Left 4 Dead, at the very least, was in development at Turtle Rock. They brought them in, put out Left 4 Dead 1, said, all right, thanks, and then got rid of them all, basically. And then just made Left 4 Dead 2 themselves. And then Turtle Rock went on to go make Evolve.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Whoops.
Yeah. Ouch.
Was Evolve bad?
Yes.
I never played it.
There was...
It looked interesting.
There was a good idea there. But they never got the balance right. Every patch, either the hunters were too strong or the monster was too strong. And then...
That's the whole game, though.
Right, that's like there was no. It never felt like there was a close fight though. It was always, oh, the monster is just steamrolling everybody until they nerf him, and now it's just the monster never wins until they buff it again. But some of the bigger problems was just they treated it like an esport before it ever found an audience, so people got turned off. Like, the maps were weird and kind of bad. The game flow was also kind of shitty. Like, just early game for Monster was boring compared to Hunters, and late game for Hunters were boring compared to Monsters. And I want to say it had a bunch of microtransaction stuff. Like, it was kind of doing the MOBA thing where it's like, hey, you get these characters, but we're going to put out like 7 more, and you got to pay for them all individually, which turned a lot of people off too. But yeah, there was a clever idea, and also honestly, what I think might have been the biggest problem with that game, at least at launch, it's 4v1. A lot of people want to play the monster, but you can't just say I'm only going to play the monster, because your matchmaking would never work if you have 2 separate pools like that, right? You have to say I would rather be the monster, but I will play a hunter to get into games.
It's like that Friday the 13th problem where everyone wants to play Jason. Right?
Yeah, everyone wants to be Jason. So you load into a lobby, go, I'm not the monster, and you quit. And you just repeat that process until eventually the entire community is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. That game did look really interesting. It was a shitstorm right out of the gate, so I didn't buy it. So,
yeah, smart.
Yeah. Let's see here. Paul.
Hello.
They're finally making monitors that you can afford.
Oh, good.
Well, how do you like 144 hertz?
I like 165, but I'll settle for 144.
Okay, I understand. Well, I mean, listen to the rest before you make your decision here. I mean, do you like 4K?
I've never seen it, except for on my phone.
Except for on your phone. I thought you had a 4K monitor.
Oh, I do. That's right.
Wow.
This one on the right is 4K.
Wow. Okay. Do you like HDR or high dynamic range?
That I've never seen. I like low dynamic range.
Low dynamic range. What if I told you could have HDR with all those things on a monitor now?
HDR 4K 144 hertz. Does it have G-Sync?
It does.
Oh my god. Now is it a good size? How big is it?
I believe they're 27 and up.
Oh.
I think 27.
I think that sounds like a pretty nice monitor. Where do I sign?
I believe there's a few brands making them now. One of them is the Acer Predator that you are a fan of.
I have one of those in front of me. It's only 1440 though.
Oh, it's the old one. Might as well throw it in the trash because you're gonna want to get this thing. How much would you pay for one of these?
Oh, I would pay well over $1 million.
Well, I mean, all right, sold. I'll send you one in the mail. Just make the check payable to me.
Okay, don't cash it till you send it though.
What if I told you they're $3,000?
Oh, what a steal! $3,000?
Yeah.
I didn't actually see that coming. Wow, Jesus Christ.
Paul, you're building a house, right? You can just buy one of these, build it into the wall, and then
wrap it into the mortgage.
Yeah, it's perfect.
At that logic, buy 3.
Right. Or you could make Super TV.
Go along with your super couch.
Right. Super couch, Super TV with super monitor.
What if you pushed the button on Super Couch and all the fabric went away and it was just screens?
I feel like Super Couch would be pretty uncomfortable in that
scenario. It would get kind of warm.
Did you leave the TV on again? How did you know?
I mean,
my pants melted.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Paul, I would look forward to coming and visiting you to see that.
Whatever happened? So this isn't. So that's news. Woo news. Whatever happened to the NVIDIA TVs?
Oh, I don't know.
Come out?
I don't know. Wasn't that that was a CES thing that just happened, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was CES. What?
Sorry, I had Jello cake in my mouth. I said, I'm asking you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure those were talked about at this recent CES.
So there's
no way. There's no way.
There's never coming out.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think the big thing was the
You can farm Bitcoin on them.
the super.
Yeah.
What was that new super? It's not the new tech that's an OLED, but it's not organic, so it doesn't fucking die out or no burn in or anything.
Oh, the mini LED or whatever.
Yeah, something I can't remember.
Was it mini or micro LED?
It might have been micro LED. I don't know. It was really fucking cool. I know that. I watched some video presentations on it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, were you interested in those NVIDIA TVs?
Yes, this year.
Were you interested in the NVIDIA TVs?
Yeah, because they're kind of what you're describing. I think they were 4K, 144 hertz.
Were they HDR?
I don't know about that.
And were they G-Sync?
They were 120 hertz.
I wish I had a
120 hertz,
G-Sync monitor.
4K, G-Sync, HDR.
For the price of
and like 65 inches.
$13,000.
I mean, it's a television, so it'll probably be quite expensive.
Right.
But it's also just a giant monitor. I mean, it depends how you look at it. Is it a television or a monitor?
I don't know.
I believe it's specifically a monitor.
Hell yeah.
Does
It's
it
a big
have
one.
a TV tuner?
Probably not.
Do
Anyway.
most TVs nowadays have TV tuners?
I don't think so.
Can they just pick up over-the-air signals?
Oh, I don't think so.
No.
I don't know.
That's an antenna.
That's
Not a-
yeah.
Anyway,
That's
all
an
right.
antenna.
Antenna. Santana.
Santana of the TV. Anyway, speaking of NVIDIA, Intel might be getting into the GPU business.
Find like somebody else to put some pressure so the shit gets done right.
I
Finally,
mean,
a new
NVIDIA.
Actually,
farmer
I was
in
saying
this market.
they have an ulterior motive.
Yeah. They see all this money.
Mhm.
Well, there's more to it than that. I mean, it's not just the elephant in the room is the fucking cryptocurrency. But there's also the fact that GPU business is going to be fucking skyrocketing once the fucking auto-driving cars go bigger, cuz those are the processors those are using.
Mm.
Yeah, all the self-driving stuff are using GPUs. So
So they mine bitcoins while you drive to work.
right, basically. Yeah, so I guess there was some speculation of this starting back in when did this happen? It was late last year, I think, that basically Intel poached AMD's Radeon Tech group leader Raja Kaduri. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but so they brought that guy over, and what else would he be doing there besides working on GPUs? I mean, that's what he did at AMD.
Right.
So that's kind of how this started, but I guess there was some news that came out a month or so ago that it looking like it's probably real.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to have a third company in there to drive up competition, but
The third pillar.
right.
Now, we don't even know if these are going to be consumer targeted GPUs or if they're just going to be
No,
for
yeah, that's the thing.
cars and for like
Right.
What do you call it when it's for businesses? They call that
Enterprise.
enterprise use. Yeah. So we
Who
don't really know.
knows?
Could
It could be
anything.
targeting the crypto stuff too. I mean,
Could be
Yeah.
could be nothing good at all.
right.
Could just be a whole waste of time and money.
It probably won't be bad. It'll either be good or pointless
And there's also the
from a
thing-
gaming perspective.
I mean, there's also the fact that this guy was the head guy at AMD. Andy's cards have
Yeah.
sucked.
Or is it, no, the real question though, in 25 to 35 years, are we going to find out that all of the Intel GPUs that have ever been released have a horrible security flaw that is unpatchable,
Fuck.
and that they all need to run extra security software just to avoid it reducing performance?
Hope not.
Suddenly, all of your self-driving cars are just 40. They can't do over 45 because they've got to run more calculations to
Right.
not crash.
Right.
That's
So
not
they
how
don't
cars
explode
work.
like a
Mhm,
weird
mhm.
futuristic speed.
Mhm,
Oh, I'm
mhm.
sorry, Paul. Please tell me how self-driving cars work.
Well,
They drive themselves.
now you've got me.
And
Speaking of getting you-
especially how do the self-driving cars of the future work?
Very carefully.
Do you think self-driving cars in the future will unionize and go on strike?
I can only hope.
No.
Dang it. I want Terminator, but with cars.
Paul's
Tomb
question
Raider,
here.
but with
Sorry.
cars.
Maximum overdrive.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
So Paul,
So me, hello.
I'm glad you're back because I wanted you to be here when we touched on this last bit of news.
All right, let's hear it.
So, because you and I have played Overwatch before, right?
yeah, all the time.
And we used to talk about playing more Overwatch, but we never did, and that makes a lot of sense. But if you remember when we played
Jimmy's
Overwatch,
already sad enough. He doesn't need to get mad too.
See, I think a little anger is good for you. It reminds you of Kratos. But if you remember, Paul, when we played that game, who was my favorite? Who would you say my favorite character was?
Your favorite. Well, okay, yeah. I think your favorite and your best character were the same. Symmetra.
Oh, thank you. I would agree.
I would agree with both.
Which is why I'm so excited to tell you the news about the Symmetra rework.
Oh, is this where I feign that I don't
Symmetra 2?
Wait, you do know?
Oh, I know about the Symmetra rework.
Oh, well then please tell me about the Symmetra rework.
All right. Okay. First, she's been working out.
Yeah, she's buff now. You thought Zarya was a weightlifter.
Yeah, Symmetra's jacked.
She's gonna carry that whole team.
Yeah, on her back. No, I heard that this rework is like it makes that shield that she makes look like it was like a balance patch.
Right, yeah. So she is no longer a support character. At least
she's a defense character.
Defense. Her gun no longer locks on. It now fires a straight energy beam that is a little longer.
Oh, it's almost fucking brutal too.
Almost like Zarya. Yeah, it takes 2 seconds to level up now instead of 1, but does 65, 130, 195 on its DPS. So it is very strong.
I want to know who it gets to 195 on. Like,
so that's the thing.
A full health.
This weapon will regenerate ammo when you shoot it against a barrier, while also charging itself and doing damage. So you just find a Reinhardt, or you find a Winston who's dropped the barrier behind himself while he's fled, or an Orisa who's got a
Orisa shield. Or
yep, and you just charge that thing and go into an enemy team.
She's a fucking barrier breaker.
Yeah, she's totally anti-tank barrier breaker now. Her charge
she's
shot
totally
now
anti-whole team when she gets charged on a barrier breaker.
It does, but it doesn't lock. So you have to actually use.
You have to aim.
Skill.
Her energy beam
does it go
is faster
through,
now.
or does it only hit one person?
I would assume it only hits one person.
I think it just hits one person. Because considering what they did to her orb, I'm assuming.
Right. Yeah. Her orb no longer pierces, which is what it used to do. So presumably none of her stuff will pierce. Orbs explode when they hit enemies or anything. It's 3 times as fast and charges in half the time. So you launch one of those things at a target, and then it just start charging on them, and they're probably dead if they're squished.
I think it does more damage too.
Yeah, it does about 130 with a direct hit now.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Which combined with 1 tick of her lowest DPS on her main gun is 195 damage.
So it sounds like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say in 2 seconds you've killed a Reaper. Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like she's a much more potent force herself. Like
it makes sense though too. If they're gonna take her out of support and put her into defense, she needs to be strong enough to carry that pick choice, right?
Right.
And that makes a lot more sense. But a lot of this stuff I'm not sure if she'll come out of.
Now what about her
changes.
turrets, Mike?
So yeah, her turrets. She's down from 6 to 3. They're twice as strong and have about 30 health.
That's 30 times as much health.
That's 30 times as much health. So fuck off, Winston, you stupid monkey.
God damn it! Yeah, I know. Now Winston has no use.
And the crazy thing is,
never had any.
No, the one use he had was if you found a Symmetra nest, you could get rid of them and then die.
Very strong minesweeper.
Yeah. And now you deploy them by throwing them instead of placing them, so you can put them in corners and roll awkward spots.
Or you can use them aggressively, right?
Yes. You see a sniper shooting at. You see a Widowmaker across the map. You just throw a turret at her.
You could also throw somebody else's turret at them.
Yeah. So, her E skill now, her photon barrier, the thing that used to give shields and shot a shield out. Now she puts a teleporter exit up to 25 meters away, and then immediately builds an interest right in front of her, and can teleport things that aren't just players on your team. In the current dev build, she can teleport Junkrat's Riptire, a Diva self-destructing like mech ult, and most importantly, Torbjorn's turret. So you can teleport a level 3 Torb turret behind the enemy line if you can position it right. Or you can have a Diva ult away from the enemy team so they don't know where to scatter, and then throw a teleporter on it and put it right behind them. That stuff sounds crazy, and I would be incredibly surprised if it makes it to live, or even to PTR. But just
it sounds like... Well, it just kind of reminds me... Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, go ahead.
It just reminds me of the Mercy changes. Like, this reminds me a lot of Mercy.
Yes, this feels like a Mercy level rework to me, where they're like, I don't know, we're just designing a new character basically that has some of the old in it, and then we'll balance as we keep going.
Right.
This feels like even more than the Mercy changes too.
I could see that.
Because this really does feel like a new character.
She has a gun, and Mercy didn't really have a gun that she used.
This feels like a completely new character.
Have they mentioned what they're going to do with her ult? Like,
yes. So her ult is now so the shield generator is gone completely, and because her teleporter is now on E, just like Mercy's res is now on her E. Instead, Symmetra can construct a static barrier wall with 5,000 health that is essentially infinite in size. So it will span the entire map, and you can rotate it like a May wall. So they mentioned that the developer mentions here, what's his name? Goodman, whatever, Mr. Goodman, mentions that you can, if you want to, say, respawn and then just throw it out like a Hanzo ult to try to block some damage on a team while you're still in the spawn, or you can position it funky, use it however you wish, because it does effectively stretch height-wise and lengthwise infinitely, and will just cut off entire sections of the map. Now, they don't mention the time on this thing. Presumably, it wouldn't last until destroyed. That would be incredibly strong. But they do mention it's got 5,000 health, so it's got less health than a Rhine shield, but more than, I believe, an Arista barrier or a Winston barrier, and does have a range you can place it at. So you can do some pretty creative...
How much health does a Rhine shield have?
I believe 8,000 or 9,000.
Really?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Winston's barrier is only like 800.
Right, and I want to say Arissa's is 1,200.
God, Ryan's shield is that much?
I mean, he kind of needs it, right? That's his gimmick.
Yeah, but I mean, he also recharges it. It's recharging constantly whenever he doesn't have it out.
Yeah, that's true.
No,
that's
anyways,
why
I'm sure
you got to kill him when it's not out.
Shield management.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's 2,000.
It's 2,000. This is over twice as strong as a Reinhardt shield.
Okay, I was gonna say that seemed wrong.
Yeah. Oops, we haven't played that game in a while.
Right.
Well,
hey,
but it makes sense.
I haven't played in forever.
It makes sense though, because if a Rhine shield is very small compared to this, this would be very easy to hit.
Yes.
With literally anything.
If you somehow miss this shield, I would be very impressed.
Right. Like Farah, just anywhere in the map, Farah just looks up and just shoots at it. Like.
Right. And they mentioned too in this on these posts on the forums, which is where this information's coming from, that they are just now getting like visual effects and audio in for this ult. So they suspect that it's probably going to be another month or so probably before she's
none of this is even on the PTR yet.
I had heard rumors they were going to rework Torb as well. I don't know.
Torb is rumored to be the next character getting a rework. Yeah.
They're trying to make characters viable in all game modes, essentially, right?
Because esports.
Because esports.
Well, that and there's just these characters like Torb and Symmetra have such incredibly low pick rates.
Do you think that's why they're letting Symmetra teleport Torb's turret? Is because they know in 6 months he won't have it?
Oh, I thought it was 6 synergy. I don't know.
Because he won't have it. Oh, that'd be rough.
What is Torb gonna do?
He'd be like a little diva. He just builds a turret around himself.
Rename him Little Diva.
Little Diva.
The name is Torbjorn, but you can call me Little Diva.
It takes little selfies. That'd be good.
That'd be good.
It'd be cool if his turret like went on his back or something.
But yeah, I'm excited to see this Symmetra rework. I'm a little hesitant. The first time they reworked her, I was incredibly ecstatic because it was just straight buffs all across the board, and I was already doing amazing with her.
Right.
You don't feel like this is a buff?
It's not
It's
that.
hard to say. It feels like a new
It's more
character.
drastic
change.
It feels like a new character.
Yeah.
And I liked the way Symmetra used to play, primarily because with her lock on, I could just focus on dodging and dancing and then trying to time, especially after that first rework, I could just try to time throwing shields out and stuff. Now I have to aim. I'm not good at that. I can't aim.
Sounds like you want to play Winston now.
No. Why would I? I don't hate myself.
No,
I'll play Moira.
You don't have to. Oh, I guess Moira does. You have to aim as Moira?
A little bit. She's got some sticky aim.
It's a lot tighter than Symmetra.
I'm wondering, is Symmetra going to be like Moira, or is Symmetra going to be like Zarya? Because I feel like Zarya's is not sticky at all. Like that beam can be very.
I feel like.
I think Symmetra's going to be like Zarya.
Yeah.
If it's like Zarya, then they better be very like lenient with what like is the whole charge thing. If you miss for like if it takes 2 seconds of constant hitting to charge it up, there better be like a second of like leeway for you to miss or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jimmy and I were talking about this too because, like you mentioned, like that. How are you ever going to get that thing that high? Because if you wait 4 seconds to get it to the 195, you've already done over 300 and something damage. So you're only ever going to hit that stuff on people who are constantly being healed or on tanks.
This totally has the feel. This totally has a feel of it too. This is a direct play to counter high barrier teams. Because if you have this Symmetra running around and you've got 2 tanks that are very barrier focused on the other team, she's just going to murder everyone on the other team because she's going to be full charge all the time.
It sounds like Blizzard is just creating metas and then destroying them because
kind of like they created this meta,
right?
Yeah.
Brigitte, she's a anti-dive character, right?
Yep.
Like she's very strong against dive, which dive was a huge problem for a long time.
And she has a barrier.
And then barriers became right, and then it became Barrier World, the game, and now they're making Symmetra into the.
But they made some changes to where some characters can shoot through the barriers, right? Who was it?
They were gonna change Zenyatta so he could, but they changed it back.
There was someone they did change.
It was Hanzo, right?
No.
He has been reworked though.
Hanzo he doesn't have scatter anymore, right?
Right. He lost scatter and can now rapid fire.
Like you don't know about that? Yeah.
I knew they were changing him. I didn't realize they took away scatter shot.
Yeah, scatter shot is that's basically his only change. Like it's his biggest at the very least.
They added something else too.
Did they increase the hitbox?
They gave him a
6-shot rapid fire, right?
They gave him a 6-shot rapid. Well, I think it's timed. But anyways, you do so many. Yeah, you do weaker shots, but you do them quickly, as quick as you can click the trigger, basically. But then also they added a horizontal leap ability.
Oh right, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's a. Well, I don't know. I would have thought it was a shift ability, but his shift ability is already the sensor arrow or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. It's something. I haven't fucking played it. But maybe it's his double jump.
Does he not say simple geometry anymore?
No. There are people saying, "Can you please make simple geometry and so many angles or whatever?"
A voice line that you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that.
Honestly, I kind of like that we haven't played it because I feel like if we would wait maybe another 3 to 6 months and then start playing it again, it'll be a completely new game.
It'll be completely new, and we'll get steamrolled for 7 days.
Oh, get fucking destroyed!
Horrible. It'll be
destroyed. We have to roll new characters so we can go
bad. Buy a new account and buy a new account so I don't have to.
Go into bronze. We can enter into bronze instead of having to have instead
of going down to bronze.
There should be an option because the way it does it with the competitive seasons is it takes into account your last season. As far as your place,
if you've missed so many seasons, it should start over.
Really good.
Yeah, can we just play with Seth and Nick?
Yeah, we absolutely should do that.
Yeah.
We just need a 6th. We just need one more.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
To be fair, I haven't played Overwatch since I learned how to play with mouse and keyboard.
It's true.
That's a confidence booster.
But it's also all PvP, which you hate.
That's true.
So
just pretend like the other players are computers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pretending doesn't ever work. I pretend I have a big dick, and that doesn't help. So.
Whoa.
Sorry,
Oof.
It didn't work? I thought everything was going okay.
I mean, it worked well enough. He's got a couple kids.
I
Kids,
have one kid.
One.
I mean, that counts.
I heard
That's
she was
two?
almost 50 pounds. That's at least 2 kids.
Is that how that works? They just
I
start
think
I think
with
so.
one?
If it's
I think
weight
it's
based, then my mom did
yeah.
very good for herself. A
Oh
lot
boy.
of kids. I'm heavy. I'm very heavy. Although my sister doesn't weigh very. Anyways,
Oh, shit.
But no,
But
so
yeah, I'm not a PvP fan.
put me
No.
down as interested as to what's going to happen with her, but unsure. At
Your
this time.
excitement is tempered.
Yes.
I feel like it
Gotcha.
should. I feel like you should be. I'm excited. I'm more excited than you are probably because I was terrible at Symmetra, and now I'm like, this could be fun. The
Well,
idea
now
of
I-
shooting
now I can
turrets
play.
behind people and stuff sounds interesting.
I had
Yeah.
moments with her.
You can
And
get
I-
turrets in real interesting spots now, and
Yes.
I think they
Yeah.
fire the same way as Farrah rockets do. So
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
it's going to be straight. Like you don't have to worry about like arcing it or something. Like it'll go wherever
Yeah,
you want
it
it
just
to
goes
go.
where you want it to. Yeah.
And
That's
it
pretty
can't be
cool.
shot out of the air yet. I don't know if they're going to
Yeah.
change that, but interesting game, interesting changes. I like that they're being this open to changing shit. That's this like integral.
I just can't wait when they announce Overwatch 2 and someone finally goes back and finds every piece of information Blizzard's ever said where they're like, we can't change that. It's core to the Overwatch experience, or we're not going to change that because that's how
Right.
it needs to be.
Right.
And then jump cut immediately to changed.
I feel like what Dino Flask might already be working on a video like that.
Yep.
Although his relationship with him is pretty good now, so probably not.
That is true. That is true.
Let's see. Is there anything else?
No,
There's
it's in this
there's the
fucking thing.
Steamspy thing.
Oh yeah. This'll be quick. So Valve changed their privacy policy stuff in terms of what user info is displayed automatically, and people thought it was to be in compliant with this new like European privacy law, but it wasn't. They still display your name and shit. They just don't show people what games are in your library by default.
Right.
And the guy that runs Steamspy, he works at a little company called Epic, making a big video game that you might have heard of that is, I believe, called Fortnite, even though I don't think he said as much. He went on to say that, like, I contacted Valve a couple times. All they ever told me was, yeah, we've got your emails. And so he was like, well, Steamspy only works because it can pull like public user data, basically. Without being able to see everybody's games, it doesn't work. You can't get an estimate on how many people are playing something or who own something if that just isn't publicly available. So he said he was going to shut the service down. He's like, sorry, like, I'll keep the archives up, but I can't. Anything I'd have up here would be too inaccurate to keep going. And so he said, I'm shutting it down. A week later, he said, I'm not shutting it down. Which might be because he's got a Patreon where people pay for Steamspy stuff. But he has apparently... Paul, breathing.
Oh, sorry, I'll mute myself.
He has apparently written written an algorithm that will attempt to essentially guess how much something has been sold based off previous games of the genre and type. Going so far as to say that I forgot what the game was. It was one of the new releases. It might have been Frostpunk. That the devs for that game had just put out, hey, we've sold like 50,000. And he's like, and my estimate said it would have been probably around 52,000. So I'm confident enough with putting it out. But he goes, but this doesn't include any weird spikes. Like when PUBG suddenly sold 1 million copies out of nowhere, would not have been predicted that way. And the reason he's bringing it back, he says it's mostly because a lot of indie game developers, as well as his own company, people at Epic, said that they really liked using his tools, like using Steamspy, to kind of gauge how well their project might actually sell.
Right.
He said that there was a small company in Belgium who were able to obtain funding from the government. They got a government like art project loan essentially, to make their game because they said, hey, look at this data from Steamspy. These many copies of these games typically sell. We think we can hit this number with our game. It's great. And they not only hit that number, they did better and were profitable. And so he's kind of like, yeah, so as a result of that, I'm bringing this back. It won't be as accurate, but it's the best I can do. It remains to be seen if Valve takes another step to shut it down, because as far as anyone can tell, this change seems to solely be around shutting down Steamspy, because making users library hidden by default doesn't do anything else, really. But yeah, so long to the days of, oh, it looks like there's only 6 people playing this game according to Steamspy, or this game only sold 50 copies.
We can't check in to see how many people are playing Lawbreakers anymore.
Right, sadly. But luckily, we'll always have the archives. We'll always know.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It was kind of nice having that info around.
Right, because it's kind of the only way. There's no the NPD doesn't calculate digital sales.
Right.
So unless the publisher says, yeah, we sold 500,000 copies or whatever, you just don't know how many copies of a game sold.
It'd be really cool if when the dust settles and all this, Valve makes a change to Steam to where it'll make everything anonymous, but it'll live track how many people are actually playing or bought a game. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be really neat.
Because that's what this was all born out of. Is people trying to get that knowledge because it's important. I think.
Right, not only for consumers to just know hey, this game's got a big multiplayer community, but super important for developers to be this is a sound business decision we're making.
But especially the small indie ones who have no way of tracking that at all.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully something good comes out of all this in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I understand Valve's point of view on it, especially with all the privacy shit that's been happening around the world lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It sucks. All right, that's all I had. Does anyone have any things they didn't remember to put onto our news list?
Nope, that's it for me.
Nope, all I had was that Belgium thing.
All right. So, what's everyone's most anticipated game?
Wait,
Spider-Man.
Are we not going to follow up?
No, we are not.
That's right, folks.
We're not gonna do the segment where we just talk about what game Paul didn't play.
I didn't play Yakuza.
No, it's been a lot of redundancies in our conversation, so I think we're just gonna cut the follow.
I finally got to play mine though.
Did you? What was it?
God of War.
Right, you played it. We talked about it. We don't need to talk about it again. That's what I'm talking about.
But I mean, could we talk about God of War again?
I mean, I'll talk all night about God of War.
We'll talk about that ending. Let's do it.
God, fuck, it's
God, when that sniper came out and shot Steve Rogers.
Right? It was just, I was like, what is this doing in God of War? But I'm totally on board.
I'm on board. Let's do this.
I was like, Captain Kratos, why?
When
He's my hero. Maybe that's why I'm liking him so much now.
Decapitated Kratos.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah. I don't want them to kill Kratos.
No.
I really like him now.
It's, you know what? They're gonna pull a Metal Gear Solid on it. That you're gonna, in 2 years, you're gonna be playing as the boy, all grown up. Kratos.
Wait, we're gonna be playing as Raiden?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
The boy's gonna be, to keep it thematic, he's gonna be full on made of wood, and like a weird wood golem.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna be able to play as him in some weird VR game.
Well, wait. So, 5 games from now, are we gonna play as Kratos again, only to find out that he's Venom Kratos?
You're gonna play as old
Punished
Kratos, who has a gigantic beard down to his
Oh, this is clone Kratos.
Yeah.
Oh, see, when you said they're going to pull a Metal Gear Solid, I thought they were just going to fire Cory Balrog and then cancel every God of War game ever made, and then eventually he's going to end up at Microsoft making
Definitely not God of War.
Lord of Fighting, where an angry man punches a bunch of things.
Sooner or later, you're gonna get a Kratos ripoff where you fight zombies.
Oh yes, can I craft in it and like do I have to survive?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, perfect. Finally, my dream game. Enough about that, though. As great as that is, the only important note here, dedicated podcast listener Seth, is that we are
Yep.
not talking about the game we didn't play.
Right, because if we played it, we're gonna talk about it in our games we played.
And if we didn't talk
If
about
we
it, we're
didn't
just gonna
play it,
give
we're
Paul
still
shit
gonna
anyways.
we're still gonna give Paul shit.
Aw.
Or there's gonna be another section just for
Gotcha.
the game Paul never played is what we're gonna call it.
Yes. Jimmy, why don't you go first? I feel like you never go first on this.
I don't. I usually go last. I am very much looking forward to Detroit Become Human.
A David Cage game.
I am looking forward to a David Cage game. I didn't play the. I guess you could. It's not a series, but I didn't play the second game of his modern generation.
Beyond
I
Two
don't-
Souls.
I don't know. I played Heavy Rain. Fucking loved it. I did not play Beyond Two Souls. I heard it wasn't very good. Although it is a free PS Plus game in May, so
I was gonna say it's a free game next month.
I'm probably gonna check it out. And then everything I've seen from Detroit, even the stuff people don't seem to be liking, I've thought looked good. So I'm excited for it.
Cool. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I hope so too. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. It comes out, I think, comes out when I'm taking some vacation time, so I will be able to just,
Convenient.
get right in there and blow through that thing. Mike.
Oh, me. So part of me wants to say Detroit Become Human because I played the demo they just put out, and that got me interested enough to probably buy that game and try it.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me wants to say the new Destiny 2 expansion because I have
Yes.
already bought it, so
Right.
fuck it, I'm gonna play it. But I
Yeah,
honestly,
we didn't talk about any of that shit that's come out.
oh yeah, hey, more news. Destiny 2 is gonna have an expansion, but the next time you hear this, we'll talk about it. It'll probably take 5 minutes.
Yeah. Although,
but they're working
some
on
of
the game,
those-
so
yeah.
maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
That sounds kind of cool. But no, I'm gonna kind of cheat here. My most anticipated game for the coming months is BattleTech, because
Okay, is it because
because-
it's so fresh?
it is still kind of fresh, and I am looking forward to getting to sit down and play it. Sort of like you guys were when you were talking about like you want to get home from work, play some God of War. I want to get home from work, boot up BattleTech, and keep the story going, keep the campaign going. Yakuza 6 is here. I bought Yakuza 6 as well. I think I might have mentioned I played it briefly.
Yeah.
I want to get to that game too. I think that I'm probably going to bounce back and forth between those two until one of them is done or one of them pisses me off enough that I don't go back.
And in terms of the Yakuza games you've played, just real quick, how does this one rate so far?
You get into the action way, way, way faster than you do in 4. 4, you spend I think 3 to 4 hours just managing an orphanage and talking to people, and it is so fucking slow.
Wow.
Okay. But compared to like Kiwami, Kiwami opens, I'd say maybe about the same pace, but it doesn't have as much side stuff open at the beginning. This kind of gives you a lot of the longer term side stuff you can kind of begin right away. And compared to Yakuza 0, I think Yakuza 0, just based off what I've played so far, gripped me better at the beginning. But that was also because Yakuza 0 was kind of still like Yakuza 0 was, hey, we're going to tell you a new story that has a lot of references to stuff from the old games, as opposed to, hey, we're going to continue the ending to Yakuza 5, which was 100% set up so that we could not continue it if we didn't want to.
Are they doing that again with 6?
So I don't know. 6 is supposed.
They've said that this is the end of that
This is
that
supposed
main
to be
character,
the end
right?
of. This is supposed to be the end of Kiryu's story. Which minor spoiler. Well, spoilers for Yakuza 5. That game ends in a way where you might go, "Hey, that guy is dead." And so the beginning of this game kind of deals with that situation. And then get you back on your feet. But
did you finish 0?
I did finish 0. I did not finish
Okay.
Kiwami.
Okay.
Kiwami was just too rough. Like it is an HD remake. It is a nice remake. It is a nice engine. you can definitely feel the 2001.
But it's still that old game.
It's still that
hard.
old game.
Yeah.
And they've made some real boneheaded decisions with Kiwami. Kiwami means extreme. Where just some of the moves and stuff and the boss fights, that first boss fight is such a huge roadblock. And even seeing it coming, it was still a pain in the fucking ass. But no, I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some Battletech.
Okay.
What about you, Nick? You're a guest.
Yeah, Nick. What about Nicholas?
What I am looking forward to 2 games, and both of them are nostalgic. Spyro, the new remake
get that
or
shit
whatever.
out of here. Get that
Yeah,
shit
fuck
out of
you.
here.
That's my childhood right there. I'm totally jazzed for it. And Crackdown 3.
That game's never coming out.
It's probably not, but hey, it's got a release date of 2018, so I can look forward to it.
It's had a release date of the same year every year.
Yeah, and in 2018, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Anticipated game of 2019, Crackdown 3.
Okay.
Skills for kills, agent.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Kingdom Hearts 3, am I right, Seth?
Hey, that game's coming out.
Sure it is.
Yeah, right after the Final Fantasy VII remake is done, buddy.
Yeah.
No, it'll come out before that.
I don't think either one. I don't think either one of those games are coming out. Anyway, Seth, what is your most anticipated game?
The new DLC for Destiny 2, Warmind,
Hell yeah.
comes out May 8th, I think.
Yes.
Is that right?
Day before my birthday.
Yeah, we're gonna
Happy birthday.
Not yet.
we're gonna be shooting things.
I'm excited.
We should be raiding on your birthday, right?
I don't know. We never did go do that raid from the first expansion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick, your arm isn't broken anymore. Come do this raid with us.
Could we maybe wait a day for me to kind of get back in the rhythm of what the hell is going on in Destiny 2?
You have 24 hours.
Oh God.
No, you're fine. Just yeah, I want to do those raids.
Yeah,
I heard it was short, but that second one I heard was really cool.
Right, I heard that was the best part of the DLC. So,
Which is not difficult to say,
Mhm.
probably, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, they learned a lot. I mean, I'm excited about a lot of the changes they've been making to the game. Period. But exotic masterworks sound cool.
yeah.
But we'll probably talk a lot more about that next podcast. It'll be out, so
It'll be out and we'll have played it and be done with
Yep. yeah, probably. But anyway, I mean, that's how it works. I mean, maybe with that big expansion later this year, it'll hold us longer. But those tiny ones, they just don't last that long.
No.
But no emails this month either.
Guys,
course.
please, Seth, future listener Seth,
Yes.
I beg you, please email us.
Email us at mhmpodcast@gmail.com.
The song is so good.
mhmpodcast@gmail.com.
We'll
Email
read
us.
anything. You selling dick pills?
I already said that. I said that last time.
I just want them to know it's real, though.
Right. Yeah.
Emails about
Put it
dick
in there.
pills.
Put it in there. I'll read it. As long as it won't get us in trouble with, shutting down the podcast, I'll read it. Oh man, follow us on Twitter. It's just like a video games on Twitter, and we're right there.
What's up,
I'm
baby?
at Kanaku_Highwind on Twitter.
Oh,
Mike is at Link43130.
that's me.
Mike is Colbert1183.
Nope, that's Seth.
That would be me.
That's Seth.
1188.
Mike,
But did I get the number right this time?
No, 1188.
Fucking damn it!
Got the number and the name
I got
wrong.
closer. I got 3 out of 4 this time.
I feel like it's really only 2 numbers, a 1 and an 8. Just memorize
That's
that.
4 numbers, Seth?
Yeah, I know, but
1, 1,
they're the
8,
same
8?
numbers.
It doesn't matter. I have
It's-
a bad
it's
memory.
one number.
Listen, you're lucky I'm
11,000.
getting this. Paul is on Twitter, but I mean, he never can get on there. Let's get real.
I don't know how to
Here's his
use it.
home address.
Paul can be found at the bakery across the
don't
street.
tempt me. Although we did stream his home address.
Yeah, we did. Man, we're smart.
I didn't think about that. And Paul was looking at the stream too, so we knew about it.
Right.
It's fine. It's not his forever home. That's why he's okay with it.
Yeah. Paul, I have a question.
Yes, hello, I'm Paul.
You have Paul money, right?
That's exactly. I have exactly Paul money.
Oh, beautiful. Can you open a PO box that we can list here so nobody will send you anything, but we can always dream?
I don't know, man. That seems like a waste of money, even when you have Paul money.
What
I
if...
don't think PO boxes are that expensive.
Right, but I feel like any amount of money.
What if I told you I
It's
would make
too
sure
much
you had at
money.
least one thing every month?
Oh God. Then I definitely won't do this.
Is it going to be a different poster or maybe the same poster every month?
Who knows? Depends on how often I go to the movies.
Which is a lot with that damn movie pass.
That's true.
Soon to be none.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't joke.
All right.
Anyway. Email us, once again, mhmpodcast@gmail.com.
Please.
Yeah, I want to use that song again.
mhmpodcast@gmail.com.
Not that one.
Not that one. The good
The
one.
other one. The good one.
The good one.
Yeah, that we've used one time in a year.
Oh man,
Oh,
this
well.
is getting.
Wait, has it been a year?
Yeah, it's been over a year.
Did we celebrate? Did we celebrate our
We
year
did
with-
not. It would have been last episode.
Damn, we're
was,
bad at this.
Yeah, it's all right. You have to have more than Seth listeners to celebrate an anniversary.
That's true. That's true.
That's fine. We have more than Seth listeners. They just don't email us.
Right.
Ah, all right. Well, we'll see you next month when we have a lot of Destiny talk, I'm sure. Oh, no premium. That's a lot. That's
And that, everybody, is what a normal person sounds like when presented with Paul money. Good night.
Yep. That's a lot of money. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.